will now be the strongest in the country, having the highest penalties of anywhere in Australia for commercial sales and commercial quantities of these illegal products is important.
A nationwide campaign is being rolled out to warn young Australians and school leavers about the dangers of drinking alcohol overseas and how to protect against drink spiking. Melbourne teenagers Bianca Jones and Holly Bowles died in a mass alcohol poisoning incident in Laos last year. Red Frogs Australia founder Andy Goulet says travellers should choose imported drinks and drinks you can see the bartender opening to reduce the risk.
Stay away from the jungle juices. They do these mixes sometimes and they're super cheap. And I know young students, the love language is free or cheap, but you've got to resist that when you're at that age and actually go for that extra $1 more to go the imported could literally save your life.
One of the United States' top negotiators on Ukraine says he trusts Russia not to invade the rest of Europe. More from Reid Butler.
US envoy Steve Witkoff says he just can't see Vladimir Putin taking all of Europe, and he takes the Russian president on his word, despite his track record. At least 7 people were killed in Ukraine overnight as the fighting continued, despite both countries agreeing to a partial ceasefire. Today, a US delegation is meeting with Ukrainian representatives in Saudi Arabia and will do the same with the Russians tomorrow, ironing out details. But the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said there needs to be more pressure on Russia and that Putin is the only one dragging the war out.
The opposition claims the federal government has squandered 2 budget surpluses and there will now be ongoing deficits. Tomorrow's budget will confirm the nation's finances are back in the red. The government argues the deficits won't be as bad as what it inherited in 2022. But Shadow Finance Minister Jane Hume claims the budget would not be in this position if Labor had managed the economy more carefully.
So we'll be looking for a budget that restores our lost standard of living. Jim Chalmers has delivered 3 failed budgets in the past. Windfall gains now turned to red ink and budget deficits as far as the eye can see.
Now turning to 5AA sport.
FIVEAA Physiotherapy, Rehabilitation and Strength Training. Build strength with precision at FIVEAA Norwood.
To footy, and Port and the Crows are focusing on round 3 after a winning weekend. The Power face Essendon on Thursday night in Melbourne. Port will be without Jack Lukosius, who has a fractured kneecap. Injury has forced the Bombers to rule out Elijah Saddis and Archie Perkins. The Crows, meantime, will play North Melbourne at Adelaide Oval on Sunday. Port will be going back 2 decades in round 4 to celebrate Retro Round. Players will be wearing the iconic Lightning Guernsey for the first time in 20 years. And Australian Oscar Piastri has been celebrating after winning Formula One's Chinese Grand Prix ahead of McLaren teammate Lando Norris. That's sport. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Sharman Shelving have moved their showroom next door into the big white building, still at 412 North East Road.
Afternoon, got an accident look out for this afternoon, North Adelaide. It's on Montefiore Road at Walmer Road Drive, causing delays. Also got a few delays with a twisted traffic light at Brighton at the moment. It's on Brighton Road near Edward Street, and slow with a crash at Hackham Main South Road near Penny's Hill Road. Camera, Cudmore Terrace at Henley Beach. Max has the best movies and shows like Barbie, the Harry Potter collection and HBO original. The White Lotus, Max, all killer, no filler, starts streaming March 31. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Sunny this afternoon, sunny tomorrow 31, Wednesday sunny 31, Thursday mostly sunny 32. Right now it's 27 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Raglas. Tonight, a group of 4 rescued after becoming stranded in SA's outback amid rain and flooding. New police powers and big fines in an illegal tobacco and vapes crackdown. Why some women may be prescribed Botox for pain relief. And Rory Sloane shares his views on the Crows' dream start to the season. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and on 9 Now.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. The 5AA Sports Show. Rowey
I am flabbergasted.
and Timmy G.
Absolute sports festival.
Yes, good afternoon. The sun shines just that little bit brighter when your team wins, and didn't our sides put on a display? Welcome to yet another edition of our Monday Footy Review. Lots to discuss in footy and sport right across the globe. Sam Tugwell welcoming Rowey and Timmy G.
Oh, thank you very much, Sam Tugwell. Hope you had a great weekend. I know I did. It was magnificent. We had an Aussie F1 winner in Shanghai. How good was that? The Oileroos, well, they're still undefeated. They drew 0-0 against United Arab Emirates, and after beating Croatia 2-1, so that's in the International Under-23 Cup. The Crows kicked a monster score. Port bounced back with a 72-point win against Richmond. All in the world is feeling good again, but a man who I must say was getting practice, I think, for the FIVEAA Fish-Off Showdown, went to Port Lincoln and had a cracking weekend. Did you catch anything?
Coffin Bay, Timmy.
Are you that concerned about
God's
the fish-off
country.
that you've had to go over there and get a weekend's practice in? Is that true?
Peppers. Thanks to Peppers. That's our sponsor. Yours is Alpha Industries. I know
Correct.
You've got Scotty Hodges, the great Scotty Hodges.
We had a team meeting on Friday about it.
And that does concern me, because every time I've had to play against this bloke, he's won.
Here's a good call. That is a good call.
He does concern me. Now, whether he can catch a whiting around a corner from 60 metres against the tide, which is 1996, where he kicked the goal. He probably will. No, it was a great weekend.
Yeah.
Got to meet some clients, all that. I missed the footy, but watched it in its entirety. Crows. I said, did I not? Did I not say these words? They need to announce themselves. And I think they did. Now, albeit against Essendon. And I did say the combined combination of the Crows win and the Port win will be over 120 points.
You did. It was 133.
Well, I got it wrong. 133.
No, it's over. No, that's correct.
Timmy, I call that all due credit to myself.
Which is nice work. Nice work. Now, Nixie was pretty confident going in as well.
Over the last couple of years, I think we've brought some really high-level footy to the MCG, and we've lost to some really high-level sides. We had that challenge again today. We're up against a really good side, and we found a way to take our game to another level, which is a good sign. But we've had some confidence coming in with regard to the MCG, although we hadn't won here for so long. So it was nice to sort of back that confidence up.
Yeah, look at the forwards. I mean, 25 goals. Now, I had a look. I think it was 2023 when Tex kicked 10 against West Coast and kicked 27 goals. That's the last time you did it. But this is a bit different, I think.
They were better than last week, I thought. And they did, I think, announce themselves. And on the back of some serious attacking. 2 seasons ago, the number one scoring team, right now after 2 games, albeit against 2 ordinary teams, 25-11, you can only do what you can do against the opposition. Here's the numbers I love. 62% efficiency when it got inside 50. That is off the charts. 63 inside 50s for 20 marks. I'll say that again, 20 marks. There were 7 multiple goal kickers. When it goes in, they score. As simple as that. Now, they're going to be challenged against really good defending teams. We know who they are at Brisbane, and they'll have one this week against North. But yeah, their ball movement. The other one was 17 goals from turnover.
Which is good.
Now, I'm tempering can you feel it? I'm tempering all of that because they've played 2 teams that they've absolutely smashed. But I love their method, and I keep going back to Scotty Campriali. It's the how. The how was very good.
Well, the forwards and the understanding that you're talking about, the connection there to get 20 marks, here's a little bit of audio from the coach on that.
Each of those forwards is making each other better. That's the key to us at the moment, is we've got a playing group that understand how important their teammate is, and that connection between teammates, and multiple goal kickers. It makes it hard to defend.
Now, that's the forwards connecting, but I reckon you also mentioned about get the score from turnover. Here's Nixie on the turnover game.
The better we compete, the better field position we have. We're able to turn the ball over in areas where we can play back through teams. I don't know what we kicked from turnover today exactly in the end, but it was a lot. That's us getting the ball back. That's transitioning and working hard in areas we know we have to, rather than waiting for the opposition to make a mistake. We're trying to force that on the opposition.
Now, I need to see it against quality, because it hasn't been against quality, but really good teams score from turnover, but really, really good teams, top 4 teams, can defend it. I haven't seen the defend it yet, but we've got a chance this week against North. Now, people say, North were bottom line. Did you see their game on the weekend?
I watched the whole thing.
I like watching the little minis. I watched North Melbourne versus Melbourne Mini, their midfield.
Well,
They've got a bloke in there called Parker. Think of that as the Matt Crouch.
Yeah, his ball
wins
use
it.
is exceptional.
Exceptional, isn't it?
Sherry in the ruck, wow, he's a big
Wasn't he
monster.
good?
He was real good. But their midfield is exciting.
Elite.
And Paul Curtis forward was electric. I thought he was probably one of their best players.
It's a big game on Sunday, live on 5AA. Cannot wait. Go you Crows.
Absolutely. Now, Port Adelaide had a bounce-back win. It was 72 points against Richmond. At one stage, I thought it could have blown out even a bit further, but I reckon by the end of the game, they were just about ready to pack it up and get in the sheds and have a cool drink because it was a bit humid out there. But the first half pressure was what set it up, but it was about the intent.
The intent helps a lot at this level, so make sure your intent's right up and right on the edge, as you talked about before with some players. You need to be on edge to play this game, otherwise you get whacked.
Yeah, and that's very true, and we've seen that only a week before. So the intent was there, and they got the first half pressure right. 13 goals to 3, set the game up.
Footy does crazy things sometimes. You have to turn up and do what you have to do when you have to do it some days. And we played the game the way we wanted it to play, particularly in the first half. And, we're pretty ferocious with the way we went after the opposition. They're a young team. We all get that and understand that. Our key was to make sure we could get great pressure on the game.
Yeah, Mitch Georgiades, we're going to have him on later in the show, and he kicked 4, and I thought he looked really good, moving into space, leading up, taking good marks, but we didn't get a look at Lukosius at all. About a minute in, fractures his kneecap, has to go and get Timmy. It operated on. Well, it's not good. Here's a forward line that Mitch would have been looking around going, I had Charlie Dixon there, but he's gone, that's right, he's retired. Luca, no, he's gone. Todd Marshall, no, he's gone. He's going to be batting on his own, poor bugger. But not many options for him to go to. And Ollie Lord, I was there on Saturday at Albion, and he's hurt an AC joint now. Hopefully, it wasn't too serious. They said he'll be a test, but I'd be surprised if he does come up. So
that's a big injury. Can I just get back to Port? I want to ask you this question. Last year, if I had said to you that you would have lost stoppage, you lost centre square and scored against it, and contested possession, you would have said, "Oh God, we would have lost that game." Port lost that and won by 72 points. And they had 183 more disposals, nearly twice the opposition, had 116 more handballs, that was twice the opposition, and 179 uncontested possessions. Mm-hmm. Anyone says they're playing a totally different game, you are right.
They are.
It's nearly 180 degrees.
Yeah, I agree.
It is a massive shift.
It's whether they can get it right to the point where up against quality that it stands up.
But that's right.
And that's the experiment. Because you can see against a poor opposition, they cut them up. There was one piece of vision where they went inside 50. It was 3 guys on their own. Yeah. It was like, what's going on here? So I think being able to get the game right without too much damage on the win-loss table and getting that to hone up all right, that's the key. That's the secret to making it work. But when you got rotating people going through there because of injury, that's not a good sign. I think we're up to 9 players on the injury list at the moment.
I called it on the 5AA break. We do our cross on Monday. I said, it's grip it and rip it. Who was that? John Daly? Remember he used to say, just grab the big one, Bertha Wood, and just grip it and rip it. They're rip, swear word, and bust at the moment.
It is.
And they'll get it right.
It is.
But we know a lot of teams that play like it, and they're the premiership teams.
And they're going to be
the GWSs that are coming.
They're playing against another side that's very similar, Essendon, where they don't defend very well either. Yeah. So they kicked 100 points against you guys, which I think is probably the only concern I think out of the Adelaide game is 100 points acceptable? Probably not. So
do you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely.
Rip it and rip it. And what's that saying? Rip, swear word, and bust. Rip and bust.
It's either that or bust. Yeah,
it is.
You know what? Well, you've said it. It's now or never. So,
no, that was Crows, not Port.
I do know that.
That's Crows. That's why we're not rip or bust.
No.
You guys are.
You might be. Let's have a listen to head of football, Chris Davies, just on the Lukosius injury.
Yeah, I mean, Jack's going to have surgery today, so we think probably 3 to 4 months, to be honest, Kane. So that's, it wasn't a great injury. Fractured kneecap. He had a significant amount of fluid drained from it yesterday because it had blown up pretty significantly. So the poor bugger, a minute into his debut at home, and he's out for the next 3 or 4 months.
Oh, God.
We've played 2 games. You played 23. There's a bye in there.
Bit of fitness.
So
I feel for you, Luca.
Yeah, you're talking probably 21. You might get
August.
5 weeks in before the final. So
it's not a good injury, Tim.
It's not a good injury.
Remember
at all.
I told you about Seb Packer? No, I'm not saying it's as bad as that.
No.
He had nearly the same thing. Never played again.
It's not a good one.
Not saying that, Luke.
No, don't.
It's a totally different
I wish
era.
that upon him.
That was probably 30 years ago.
It would have been in the 90s, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. Oscar Piastri, what a win. McLaren were 1-2. Now, this guy, we know he's got talent, but he's already been an F3 and an F2 champion. He knows how to do it. He's doing it at the top level now. Just have a listen.
Out of the final corner comes Oscar Piastri. There's the checkered flag, and there's his first win in 2025. Oscar Piastri wins the Chinese Grand Prix.
I think you obviously want to capitalise whenever you can, but I'm certainly not thinking about the championship yet. I'm focusing on, as much as of a cliche it is, it's a cliche for a reason, and focusing on one weekend at a time.
Excellent. I love that. They're bringing footy analogies into F1.
How good is that?
It's excellent. Really good. He's a talent.
Did Lando Norris come second?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I finished 1-2.
So Oscar went from pole to winning.
Yep.
And they went 1-2.
Which I think's his first time.
It's his first pole, and it was his first victory from pole, obviously.
His third win.
Third win in
ever.
Formula One.
They've clearly, and we've had a couple of people tell us they've got the best team and probably the best car. If you've got the best team, the best car.
It
Now
helps.
they've got the drivers. Gee, we're in for an exciting F1 year.
Yeah, I think your boy Max finished 4th, I reckon.
did.
So
But those
he's
two
always
gotta,
knocking.
They've got to stay out of each other's way now.
Yeah, that's the
Don't let
that's
egos
the
get in
secret.
front of, little passy on the inside and little clippy.
Now, there was a great moment
You end
on
up
the
in the
weekend.
wally.
Yeah. Spinning. A great moment in the NBL on the weekend. Now, Illawarra had to fight back. They were down. They came back to level up at 2-2 against Melbourne United. They played the best of 5. They won it 3-2. Emotional scenes, and everybody's going out. Well, player of the series went to a Melbourne United player, Matt Dellavedova. Now, you think you'd accept that and go, that's fantastic. But this is the moment, and I think it's one of the great moments in not only NBL, but sporting Australian history.
Davo, this really belongs to you. You had a hell of a series. Congratulations on the win. To our boys, thanks for a fun season. To our families, we appreciate everything you do. But Davo, this is yours. A moment that'll live forever.
What a great sporting moment. Now, he's just basically got up there and said, look, no, I don't deserve this. You were the player of the series.
Well,
you guys won the series.
You won it, that's it.
And he went over and gave him the medal.
To Will Hickey. It was great sportsmanship. You don't see it. I thought, well, what would it be similar to if you always bring it back to football? It'd be like Nathan Buckley winning the Norm Smith in the 03 Grand Final.
And handing it to Ackermanis.
Well, Simon Black was unbelievable that day.
Simon Black.
Blackie, mate, it's yours.
Yeah.
So he walks over to that.
Yeah.
Remember, he didn't. He got it put on him and
Well,
he
took it straight off, yeah.
That'd be equivalent. This is what Dellavedova did.
Yeah.
He took it off.
Gave it
and
to
walks
who he
all
thought
the way
deserved
to the
it.
That's it, to the opposition who won and handed it to him.
Yep.
And the kid cried. It was unreal. I would have loved Maradona to put his hand up and say, I did touch it.
Well, he fisted it through.
But that's what I'm saying. That'd be a great piece of sportsmanship. Maradona goes, no, you know what? I touched that.
Oh, it was the hand of God, yeah. But sorry about that. Here's the ball.
But sportsmanship, we don't see it. Give us some examples. 822 300
Absolutely. I think the one straight off the top of the head that I always remember was the great John Landy going back to pick up Ron Clark in a mile race.
Yeah.
And then he said, no, I'm all right. Picked him up and off he went and won the mile.
But that's... Is there any today? Like, that's the first one of those that I could say of great sportsmanship for quite some time.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back to Gilly nicking it and walking.
And I think
do they walk now in cricket?
Not always, no. But I think, you know what I think? It's quite ironic when today is the anniversary of Sandpapergate.
Yeah.
That we're talking about great sportsmanship.
Well, that's not good sportsmanship. Well, maybe, was it Bancroft?
Yeah,
should have put his hand up. You know what? I had 80 grit paper.
Well,
I polished the ball.
He did. He's the only one that's not come back.
No. Great sportsmanship. Do we still see it? And here's another thing. Because the stakes are so much higher as far as dollars, do you want your players to put their hand up? Or do you want them to win at any cost, at all costs, and cheat?
I've got to say,
lie,
I've never
steal, thieve. Just don't care. It's win.
When Gilly started walking, I was never a fan of it because I think you get decisions that go against you, and it sort of evens out in cricket. But now with all the DRS and the like, well, it's pretty hard not to get out.
And we see it now. People saying they touched the ball or they didn't touch the ball. You know, when they do the goal review. Imagine if Rampy in 2013 against Sydney had said, no, you know what? That's a goal. That didn't hit the post.
Yeah. Rampy climbed the post.
He did in another game.
No, but do we want to see great sportsmanship?
Yeah.
Do we as fans expect it? Is that the level of integrity that you want? And how good a moment was that?
Wow. Excellent. Give us a call, 8223 0000.
And if you're watching the Peter Page Hyundai live stream, you'll notice Rowey is wearing a cap of significance. It's a big week for South Australian sport. We have the Sheffield Shield final here, and it's on Wednesday through to Sunday.
It's gone early with that.
You've got the Saka cap on. They've delivered one for you to get right behind the boys this week.
What is it, a flat cap?
It's a flat cap.
And we're going to be there Wednesday?
Yep.
I cannot wait. God, this will be great.
It's going to be a big week indeed.
Great weather predicted for the game too.
Which is just what we want. They're decking it out too at KRO, so we'll get behind the South Aussies. Wayne Miller is going to join us on the show today. So is Mitch Georgiades from the Port Adelaide Footy Club. Marty Matner, another big sample season begins this week, starting on Friday night. And of course, your calls. It's our Monday footy review, so get on the line, 8223 0000.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Be listening to the 5AA Interactive Lounge this Thursday with Stacey Lee. SA Health representatives will discuss changes to donor conception laws, resulting in South Australia's new online donor conception register. The DCR balances the privacy of people who have ever donated sperm, eggs or embryos with the rights of donor-conceived people to know their genetic heritage information. To learn more, catch the Interactive Lounge this Thursday with Stacey Lee. Call 8223 0055.
Are you in the draw? Just 4 days to go for the chance to live mortgage-free in Somerton Park. Only 4 days to buy your tickets in the Hospital Research Foundation Home Lottery. Live the dream, mortgage-free in a fully furnished Scott Salisbury home with $500,000 cash. The absolute final deadline is midnight Friday. Life-changing prizes, life-changing impact. HomeLottery.com.au. Licence M14673.
One of the best things about South Australia is there's so much of it. Fortunately, getting a parcel from one side to the other is easy with Stateliner. Sure, Stateliner have a fleet of modern, comfortable buses, but they'll also carry freight across the state for you. Affordable rates, and your parcel goes on the next available bus. From the city to Port Pirie, Whyalla and Port Augusta, Ceduna and Port Lincoln, the Riverland, Mount Gambier and many towns in between. Get your parcel moving quickly. Put it on the Stateliner bus.
Now, no one loves a clean truck more than Ray Pepper. Yep, Ray even launched his own truck washers and developed his own truck strength cleaning products. He's so fastidious.
Well, it is an incredible product. We got a little sample pack of it. And now you can get your hands on the whole range of Pepper's truck strength cleaning products. Now, it's for your car, truck strength. It's for your caravan and boat, truck strength, and your home. And they're made right here in Adelaide, which is great. And I'm glad that Ray's looking after boats because I used it on my windscreen.
Yeah.
Oh, the water just beat it off.
Yeah. It's got an incredible range.
It is.
In there. You've got to get
Hand
the starter
cleaner.
pack.
You know how you wear glasses and you get fingerprints on
That's
it?
right.
Not anymore.
No, you use this bank, gets rid of it, and you use your phone even.
And he's on my boat this Friday.
He is indeed for the 5AA Fish Off. Ray is a good man. Check out the SA Made range online. There are cleaners, detergents, waxes, polishes, as well as sponges and cloths and brooms. So he's got it all.
Now, make it shine like never before because everything goes better with a little bit of pepper. So try the Peppers, and it's a great name. You won't forget it. Try Pepper's Starter Pack. It's got a bit of everything in it, and you'll like it. There might be 3 or 4 products you go, I'm getting that.
Yeah.
And then you get the
And
1
that's
litre.
what it's for.
Or the 2.
Exactly.
Or the 10. Peppersaustralia.com.au. Get on the blower.
The new Subway Signature Deli Supreme, bursting with layers of thinly sliced ham, turkey, bold pepperoni, and rich salami topped with creamy mayo. Deli-icious. Or is it deli-licious?
Hello, Frank Walker from National Tiles. The famous National Tiles Spend and Save is on now. Spend $4,000, we'll only charge you $2,750. Spend $2,000, we'll only charge you $1,450. Or spend $1,000, we'll only charge you $750. Yes, the more you spend, the more you save at the National Tiles famous Spend and Save. But you'll have to be quick. So rush into a National Tile store near you or go online at nationaltiles.com.au now and save.
Rochelle Charles was murdered and her killer has never been caught. Join me, Ashley Hansen, cold case specialist Damien Loon and Rochelle's sister Christy for Dear Rochelle, a new true crime series. Visit dearrochelle.com.au.
At Simplicity Funerals, we have been keeping funerals simple and easy for over 40 years. Visit simplicityfunerals.com.au or call us 24/7 to get started today. Simplicity Funerals. Easy, respectful, simple.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
I said to a few people during the week, I don't feel comfortable with being named next to Russ. He's God of Port Adelaide and certainly this state.
Travis spoke there on Fox after breaking the Port Adelaide all-time games record yesterday. It's our Monday footy review and we're taking your calls. Get involved with the show, 8223 0000. Let's check your traffic for Rossdale Homes, SA's most trusted, custom design, fixed pricing, total peace of mind, because trust is a must.
Afternoon at Wingfield, a car rollover, Wingfield Road near Francis Road, North Adelaide, a crash, Montefiore Road near Walmer Road Drive, but lane close there. Brighton, twisted traffic light, Brighton Road, Edward Street, that's always pretty busy on the drive home, so avoid that if you can. Cameras this afternoon, East Terrace, Henley Beach and Jetty Road, Larks Bay. Look for the RAA sign and over 400 independent RAA-approved repairers across SA. You know you can trust them because RAA do. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
They challenged our defence and our defence across the ground, forward, mid and back, wasn't up to it. But it's been a long time since we've sort of conceded uncontested marks and lost pressure differential by as much as we did today. So I think it's a wake-up call. I think we know exactly how hard this competition is. And when we lose critical contests, we've got to improve on that. No, we don't need a wake-up call at all.
They're awful.
Well,
it's a number of years. They're awful.
And why is it, though, that they can kick that 100 points? Is it just purely because they just wait for it to turn over?
Well, maybe, but Zach Merritt, did you see his game?
Yeah.
4 goals, 30-odd possessions, was absolutely outstanding. Now, again, here's the caveat, and he won't say it. This is he being Brad. They had 9 outs.
Yeah, they did.
And 8 of them are first-choice players.
And they were up the spine too, which didn't help. But the performance of, there's a lot of heat on Ben Mackay at the moment as a key defender. They paid
there should be
good dollar for him and the like. So you want some effort out of them. Yeah. And they've always probably had an issue midfield-wise. They're good at stoppage, and you heard Nixie say that last week. Good at stoppage, but probably not good at turnover.
No.
So that's one of their biggest issues.
A few bits of their game that they need to get right. They've got you this Thursday night.
And we've both got 9 out, so hopefully that ledger does
We're talking about sportsmanship on the back of Dellavedova giving his MVP to someone else. Sportsmanship. I'd have loved to have seen Sam Mitchell and Trent Cotchin decline Jobe Watson's Brownlow in 2012.
Now, that is a great, unique home-style food text because I'm still hot on that. And if there was one thing I'd crusade for or set up a GoFundMe page, it would be to get that medal back for Jobe Watson because him and nobody else knows what they took that year. Still today.
No.
And Jobe should be a Brownlow medalist.
I think he should be. We're talking about great sportsmanship, what you'd like to see or what you have seen.
I like that one.
This is from Dirk. Great sporting act when Rochelle kindly offered to donate his teeth to Port people.
Well,
he did. He pointed to him. Hey, he had another good game.
Well, it's definitely the maturity, isn't it?
Well, that's the word.
You've seen
turn the corner.
You've seen the difference. And look, everybody, they're having a crack at Harley Reid at the moment. I saw the game against Brisbane. It was pretty hot and heated. He was in a couple of scuffles and somebody called him a name. He flipped the bird and then they came down with the tissues and said, look, he's a 19-year-old kid who's really aggressive. You know what I love? He wants to win. He's a bit like Horn Francis for us. You see him sometimes get a little bit upset and do a couple of crazy things, but that's because he's got a fierce desire to win.
Yeah,
and I reckon Harley Reid's the same. You can work with that.
Yeah,
they'll mature. Don't worry.
Yeah. Another text, should India give back for sportsmanship the cup they won?
The Champions Trophy just recently. Yeah.
In Dubai, because they didn't play in Pakistan.
Didn't move.
Yes, they should. Yes, they should.
2-minute trip down the road.
Yes, they should.
It was fairly intense.
Guys from Highgate, he says, afternoon, guys. What about Luke Beveridge offering his premiership medal to Bob Murphy after the Dogs won and Murphy
Beautiful.
missed out?
Yeah,
That was
that's a
another
good
great
call.
moment. We'll keep taking your submissions. 82230000. It is our Monday footy review. Coming up next, we're going to review both the Crows and Power matches in a bit of a wrap-up for you. But then, Like, Love, Loathe is a new segment we're launching here for the footy season. So what is it that you liked, you loved, and you loathed from the weekend of sport? 82230000. We'll line up your calls next after the 4:30 headlines.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Have you seen the latest advertisement that the Prime Minister's done telling us, the taxpayers, that his government is helping us by extending the power rebate?
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
You're taxed money, and then you're given that money back, and it's sort of seen as some sort of charitable gesture by the federal government.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
The idea that this government is going to talk about leading with your chin.
5AA Breakfast.
If they reckon they've got a good story to tell about energy, I reckon it's the last thing they should be talking about.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, Mel Usher with the 5AA News headlines. A West Australian man has been busted doing 177 k's an hour on SA roads. Police will soon be given even greater powers to crack down on the state's illegal tobacco and vape trade. The Prime Minister is rejecting calls for the next round of energy bill relief to be means tested. And in sport, Port's Jack Lukosius has gone under the knife. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Sharman Shelving have moved their showroom next door into the Big White Building, still at 412 North East Road.
Afternoon at Melbourne, a crash to look out for. Only road near Waddle Street. Another collision at Elizabeth, Walmer Road near Woodford Road. And a smash at North Adelaide 2, Montefiore Road near Walmer Road Drive. Got one lane out of action. Twister traffic light slowing traffic up today at Brighton Road near Edward Street with the camera Lady Gallery Drive at Taparoo. More low prices at Dan Murphy's. Pure Blonde Ultra Low Carb 330ml bottles 24 case. 3 for $145 for members. Ends Wednesday. Choose to drink wise. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, clear tonight down to 15, sunny tomorrow 31. Right now it's 27 degrees. We'll have more news at 5 on 5AA, always Adelaide.
5AA's Tech Talk with your host, Adelaide Tech Guy Richard Pascoe. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers.
Harvey Norman is bringing the heat with massive savings on HP and Asus laptops. For a limited time, you can save up to 20%. Yes, 20%. Need a lightweight, reliable laptop for work or study? The HP 14S with 8 gig of RAM is now just $598, saving you $130. For power users, the Asus VivoBook 15 with a huge 1 terabyte of storage is now $888. That's over $300 off. Or step up to serious performance with the HP Intel Core Ultra 5 laptop boasting 16 gig of RAM, a steal at $1,098, saving you $600. Harvey Norman delivers the best brands, the best range, and the best prices guaranteed. Don't miss out on these tech bargains. Shop now. Terms and conditions apply.
Check out this great offer at a Harvey Norman store near you.
Better for life.
At Southern Cross Care, we understand that your needs are as individual as you and that they can change as you age. Whether you're still living in your family home or in a retirement village, Southern Cross Care can provide home care services to help you stay healthy and independent. Our approach is simple. Quality services tailored to your needs and delivered by a local team you can trust. Visit southerncrosscare.com.au.
Better for life.
Now, I'm sure we all know what a swear jar is, and in some houses, perhaps they're a bit fuller than others, but here's a swear jar that's full of goodness. It's the swear jar at Biurban Bathrooms and Kitchens. It's full of pledges, promises that the whole team at Biurban, well, it's things they'll swear they'll do.
Here's one. It's sent to us straight from the Biurban Swear Jar. It's from Laura. Now, Laura's the in-house interior designer. Laura. She's new to the team, but extremely talented. And it's good to have Laura because, my word, they've just gone up a gear here. Laura swears to work closely with you. She's going to bring your ideas to life, help you give all the inspiration you need when designing your new Biurban bathroom. Now, if you're a bit caught, listen to Laura, because she knows.
Absolutely. And here's one from the boss himself, Coxie.
Coxie.
David Cox. He swears to be available to work through any issues should they arise, and rarely do they do, but they'll deliver a positive outcome for you.
You want to talk to the boss.
He's the boss.
When it's a bit prickly.
Correct.
Where's the box? Oh, Coxie.
That's me.
There he is. He's the rooster in the corner.
Done.
Coxie. So for a team that swears to deliver on quality and service, see by Urban Bathrooms and Kitchens. We've been saying this for years.
Mm-hmm.
You put those two in, a bathroom and a kitchen, your house goes through the roof. Value, and you'll love it. Adelaide's home renovation experts.
With so many holiday homes on Booking.com, there are so many Tina Feys I could be. Surfing Tina at a beach villa. Is that a shark? Or channel surfing Tina in an apartment. Ooh, a shark show. Book whoever you want to be. Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
25 minutes to 5. It's our Monday footy review. Wayne Miller to join us after 5. Mitch Georgiades as well. And you can watch on the Peter Page Hyundai live stream. You can take a test drive today. Find your perfect Hyundai car at Elizabeth Way, Elizabeth. And we're taking your calls 8223 0000. Like, love, loathe from the weekend of sport.
Yeah, from round 2, got a $50 Powers voucher. Like, love, loathe. Okay, I'm going to start with my like. I said Friday's preview of the Crows. They need to announce themselves. Timmy, did I?
You did.
Now, not announce themselves as a premiership contender or a top 4 or even a top 8, but announce themselves on the fact that they're at the MCG and they haven't won there in the last 11 outings. On a great win the week before, generally they've backed up not too well. On playing away, and their record against Essendon, they've only won 1 of the last 8, now it's 2 of the last 9. And we've been hearing a lot about maturity. I want to see the maturity in players in the team and getting back to the play, which I think their DNA is attack. They're now the number 1 attacking team. Now, again, 2 teams, not so good, St Kilda and Essendon. But you can only do what you can do against the opposition. And again, I mentioned Scotty Campriali. It's the how. And I'm loving and liking the how. Here's Matty Nix.
We knew it was going to take some time, but today was just it was a step in the right direction. We're looking to be a consistent team. It was a little step. But putting 2 together now, plus our pre-season, we count that in amongst it. 4 quality performances for us should keep that confidence at a high level.
Now, this is what I love. The Crows have their attacking mojo back. On the back of 2023 season being the number 1 scoring team offensively, I don't know what they did in that pre-season. It wasn't as simple as James Rahili out and no one in, but their defensive crap, they ended up 15th. The score and everything is there for you to see. They just went from number 1 to number 12 in that. But they've got it back and I think that is their DNA. They naturally can go D50, F50. They've got natural players that can score. And the stats say so, 25 goals, 11. When they get it in, they go at 62%, off the chart. 7 multiple goal kickers. They had 20 marks, Timmy, inside 50. 20. Last year they had 5 games, would have had 20. That's ball movement, that's style, that's connection, that's speed of ball movement. There's obviously talent in there with 7 multiple goal kickers. What I love more than that, round 1, 12 goals from turnover. And again, this was an area they weren't good at last year. So again, in 2 games, they have corrected. And 17 goals from turnover, round 2.
The better we compete, the better field position we have. We're able to turn the ball over in areas where we can play back through teams. I don't know what we kicked from turnover today exactly in the end, but it was a lot. That's us getting the ball back. That's transitioning and working hard in areas we know we have to, rather than waiting for the opposition to make a mistake. We're trying to force that on the opposition.
Like, love, loathe. Here's my loathe. 2022 pick 1 was a kid by the name of Harley Reid. And a unanimous pick 1. Have a look at how he's built. He was like Jason Horne-Francis, just a bull of a kid that's ready to play. He's actually playing in a team that's bottom 4, and now still playing like a bottom 4 team. He doesn't have the luxury of having stars around him. If he was plocked into, I don't know, Brisbane now or Port Adelaide with their midfielders, no. He is busting his guts, trying his hardest, as I said, in a very poor team. And And you said it brilliantly, Timmy. He's got attributes as a competitor that you love to work with. Now, okay, he gave away 8 free kicks. Did he not?
Yeah.
Some of them were undisciplined. I think Jason Horne-France has done that. He's getting better at it. Flick the bird at the crowd. Who doesn't want to flick the bird at a crowd that's having a crack at you? But a couple of roosters out there in media land, because how many TV shows we got? 20-something?
I don't know.
905.
And they've all got, what do they
And
got?
growing.
Yeah, they've all got Facebook and Twitter, and they've got to go, what are they after? Hits and clickbait. That's the word. Don't even know it because I don't have Facebook or anything like that. And they're going berserk. But I just, how old is he? 19, in his second year.
Second year of footy.
Let's enjoy the fact that this bloke isn't the finished product, and let's enjoy the right of him being the finished product, and let's not rip him. And Jimmy Bartell and James Hird, well done. Love what they said.
He's 19, and we constantly ask for an old head on young shoulders. Like, give us a spell. Like, he's just working out AFL football. He's shown he's got the ability and talent. He's shown he can be a match winner. But you know what happens with most 19-year-olds? You go like that. It's difficult. You're playing against the reigning premier.
I loathe football media critics that pot teenagers that are far from their finished product. And they need to sometimes look at what they were like at 19.
Yeah.
I was an unregistered dog at 19. I was a loser.
Are you registered yet?
No. No, but if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones.
Yeah, I think people, they're very quick to jump on that. Oh, it's a story. So they go for that first.
That's exactly right.
And the difference is Jimmy Bartell, seasoned campaigner, been there, done that, and sensible man, says, well, hang on. He's 19. We appreciate where he's going. They're going to make mistakes as they mature. That's what happens. But give me the effort and the desire and all the rest of it to try and win a game, which is what he was giving. I can work with that any day. We'll temper the other stuff. We'll get that right. But I love the desire, so good on him.
Do you know what I'm starting to define this new landscape that is football shows and football commentators. And I reckon there are two distinctive football commentators. And you're the first one, Timmy. You've never forgotten how hard it is to play. And that's always your starting point. And I'd like to think people would say the same about me. I'm probably a little bit more negative and I can attack. You never do. You know, Jimmy Bartell has never forgotten how hard the game is to play. And that's their starting point. Then there's the others that they have forgotten how hard it is to play, and they're really easily to criticise. Now, I'm not going to name them.
Or those that haven't played.
Or those that haven't. They're the two. Now, if you're sitting in your car or in the back shed and you're having your third tinny, and you'd be saying to yourself, I know exactly what Rowey's talking about. I hate those commentators. I don't have to name them. You know who they are.
Sorry, that's a loathe, isn't it?
That's a loathe.
That's a loathe.
Do we have hate?
Yeah. No.
Can we change
no,
loathe?
No.
Yeah.
No hating.
Okay.
Feel the peace,
love, loathe
Feel
of
the
round
peace.
2. That's mine, Timmy. What's yours?
Look, first of all, Port Adelaide, I thought that was the response required. We know that it wasn't against a seasoned campaigning team in Richmond, but you have to get the job done. And I think the intent we heard Ken about speaking about that earlier was get the intent right. Then you can work with everything else and this game plan that they're trying to develop, which I did say about 478 disposals, but it was a kick, handball, even rotation. So the ratio was 1-to-1. I looked at your stats. It's nearly 2-to-1. So your game plan and Port's game plan are at North and South Pole at the moment. So it'll be interesting when they clash in the showdown. But one of the talking points for me was Rowey starting in the middle. Now, just have a listen to Ken post-game about Rioli's game.
Change things up every now and then. Josh in control of the midfield, so we just do what we need to do to get the ball going our way as best we can. We're lucky we've got a lot of people that we can use through the middle of the ground. When Willie's on, he does everything pretty well. I mean, his attack on the foot is amazing. His ball use is elite, and his contest gets undervalued at times. He's a tough little fella.
Saw him lining up there before the first bounce, and I've got to say, I had a smile on my face because I thought exactly that. If he gets the ball in his hand, he will deliver, he will use it, and he did do that, and he kicked 3 goals as well, floating forward. So I didn't mind the move, and I thought, that's clever. I wonder where that came from. Read in the paper this morning. It came from Willie.
Yeah, how good.
He went and saw Ken, he went and saw Josh and said, hey, how about give me a start in the middle?
Why wouldn't you?
I loved it. And I thought, sometimes you need that from players to sort of say, pick me. And I thought that was absolutely brilliant. So good on you, Willie, for doing that. And I think now they know that it's a weapon they can use.
What a
if
weapon.
Need be.
And you can get lost in transition, and he's very clever.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, he's
And
very
the ball
clever.
in hand, fantastic. So I really did like that. The Lukosius injury was probably the low light. 1 minute into his first home game for Port Adelaide. So just a big shout out to you, Luca. Hope you're
You be
going
right,
all right.
Luco.
But just looking at the round itself, and you might like this, Rowey, but my like for the round was the upsets. The Saints over Geelong, I just loved it. They got off to a fly, and I thought, hope they can hang on, and they did. The Kangas, that performance yesterday and just streaking away in the last quarter was just fantastic to watch. And these young developing players now getting a bit of reward for their effort. So that was great. And nearly the West Coast got up over Brisbane. Very nearly.
Great start.
So I like the upsets. I love this moment in football. And, you know, in a land where a lot of people can accuse AFL players of being prima donnas or divas and the like, this is a kid on debut for Port Adelaide. Christian Moraes after the game.
Yeah, like, I think you say it's a dream come true, but I literally dreamt about it the last 3 nights. So it's really, it's really almost just hit me that I've got a first dub and we've got such a great group. It's even Willie when he throws milk on me in the Gatorade shower. I love all the boys to death. I know I've only been here a short time, but I really trust what we're building. And yeah, probably best day of my life up there with draft night. Like, to experience it in front of the Adelaide crowd, you see clips of it, but nothing's like it in person. Like when you walk out, they do the Never Tear Us Apart. Like when that beat goes, I got absolutely goosebumps. But yeah, I'm so happy to have had it done, and yeah, it's just unreal.
Have you ever heard a more grateful kid?
Do you know what it is? It's called gratitude.
Yeah.
Never
Absolute
lose that.
gratitude.
Never lose that. That's ingrained.
Well-
that was, you can see he's emotional about it. It is. It's massive.
It was well
Good
executed
boy.
by a young man
Good boy.
post game. So that was my love moment of the weekend. But my loathe is with this continuing debate on insufficient intent for out of bounds. It's driving me insane, and I know the solution to it, and it will speed the game up. It'll actually take minutes off of the quarters that they want. They just keep refusing to take the sample, last disposal, out of bounds rule.
You need to go to AFL House, Timmy.
I do.
Saw some shockers in that Bulldogs Collingwood
You
game.
need to pitch it.
Yeah.
Correct.
What is your like, love, loathe of round 2? The lines are available, 8223 0000. Kev's come straight on. Congratulations, 5AA, for an absolutely brilliant call of the Crows game last weekend. ... Finally very professional.
Oh, poor Rowey.
Who wrote that?
Hang on, Turbo.
Who wrote that?
Hang on, Turbo. Why'd you draw that bow?
Well, what do you mean? You weren't there. Is that why he's...
Well, is that what Kev's saying?
Kev.
Just trying to think about the
Timmy,
common denominator
how quick
here.
did Sam jump in there? Row out, Sam.
Rowey.
You could have paused a bit.
Hang on, were you on the call, were you, Sam?
I'm out and he was in. Now,
I did actually hear it. I was listening.
Kev, finally very professional. Kevin, what are you saying?
Yeah,
Kev, what are you saying? Do you want Sam to call all the Crows games? Hey, gee, Sam,
Got a text in, Kev.
Could you jumped in any quicker, Sam?
Oh, that is funny.
Behind you.
All right.
Hello, Dave.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Dave.
I've got a couple of points to make, if I may. Firstly, about the Crows, I love the results they're getting now and the turnaround and all the rest of it. I think it's amazing. One concern I have, though, is in their last game. The first point is they conceded 100 points, and I'm concerned they can't do that all the time because it'll catch up with them. And I just fear there may be a slight a weakness in the defence area. And one of the things I looked at, I was wondering when Jordan Butts will be back because, and I love Mark Keane, but he seems to have developed a habit of when he goes marking, pushes in the back, cost us 2 goals on the weekend, and I'm just a bit concerned. I wonder if Butts will come back because he's more concise, I think, and more clinical with his full back work, and that's about it. And I'll listen to what you say.
No, good on you, Dave. It's a good point, and there's pressure. nearly in every position. Keane doesn't do well. Well, there's Butts. There's Borley sitting on the sideline also for, a Hinge or someone that doesn't sort of
the only thing, I don't think you guys had a trial game on the weekend, so it's hard, I reckon, for the likes of Butts and Borley who are trying to impress.
That's it.
No game, you can't put your name up in lights.
But Dave, there is depth and it's a good call, and Butts is turnkey go. He can do it. Just on the score of 100 points, a bit of a theory with it. The game was won halfway through that third quarter. You know, that last quarter, it was circle work.
I said to Sam...
And Essendon filled their boots up, so don't put too much... Look, do you want them to kick 100?
Yeah.
But when you've kicked 162 points and you've got it on the bit and you're playing it on the bit, the opposition's going to score.
Yeah, I said to Sam...
It's junk time.
In that third quarter, I was thinking, gee, Crows could blow this out to a 100-point margin. But you're right, all those other factors come into it as well. So, understandable. Hey, you're happy with a 61-point win and kicking 25 goals. Thank you very much.
Ding. Tomo on the Unique Homestyle Food text says he loved Dan Curtin on the weekend. Like Dan Curtin, loved Rankin's goal. That's a goal of the year contender. And loathe Goody's Gorn comments. We'll get more of your thoughts on your like, love and loathes for the weekend. 8223 0000. Let's check your traffic.
At Melbourne, a crash to look out for Unley Road near Wattle Street, a crash at Elizabeth 2, Wommer Road near Woodford Road, another smash at North Adelaide, Montefiore Road near Woomera Drive with one lane out of action there. Twisted traffic lights slowing up proceedings at Brighton Road near Edward Street with the Camera Jetty Road, Larks Bay. More travel deals from Fiji Airways. Fiji return from $575 or the USA one way from $599. Book at FijiAirways.com. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Calling all car fans. Need your weekly motoring fix? Join me, Charlie Dixon, Wednesday nights from 6:30 for Driving with Dixon. We talk about all things motoring, cars, car events, racing, anything motoring.
Thanks to Louver House, the leaders in transforming your outdoor space into a great entertainment area with an opening and closing roof.
So join me Wednesday nights for Driving with Dixon. Only on $13.95, Adelaide's 5AA.
Walco is making headlines again for SA's biggest cover-up. If you own a pool, it will affect you in the best possible way. For those whose pool is the main feature of their yard, Walco offer a special mesh cover to keep debris and leaves out, while making your pool area look stunning all through winter. If looks matter, join the great cover-up and ask Walco about their stylish new mesh pool covers. Visit walco.com.au.
Mario Maiolo Promotions and 5AA present Blowin' in the Wind, honouring Rock and Roll Hall of Famers Bob Dylan with friends Johnny Cash, Joan Baez and the Travelling Wilburys. Come celebrate the legends who contributed to cultural change through inspired lyrics and songs of revolution with an amazing cast. The times they're a-changing, folks, so don't think twice because it's all right. Blowin' in the Wind, Her Majesty's Theatre, Friday 23rd of May. Book now at Ticketek.
Now, not to brag, because I'm not that kind of rooster, but the biggest names in AFL, they're at my joint.
No, I don't know. Think about that. No way, mate. And they're smaller than expected. They're the little two-dimensional ones, but they look better in teal.
Mate, please. If you ever want fresh cardboard, that's in red, navy and gold, obviously, or you're hunting down a rare collectible, Sports Card World is the place to be, especially at the start of a season.
Now, this is a phenomenon. People love this stuff. So the 2025 AFL footy cards, they've just hit the shelves. Now, it's always a frenzy for the collectors. They want to get onto it straight away and see what you can get. Now, if you want to own a piece of history, Sports Card World stock footy cards all the way back to 1993.
That's brilliant, isn't it? Now, there's nothing like turning the pages through AFL's greatest moments of all time. Get your hands on the new 25 footy cards at Sports Card World. They're in Region Arcade, Rundle Ball. Tell them we sent you.
Hey, it's Jordan Dawson here, captain of the Adelaide Football Club. I know the importance of a home ground advantage. And when it comes to building, South Australia is the home ground for Sterling Homes. With nearly 50 years of experience here, they know how to create the perfect home, whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Goal Square. If you're looking to build, look no further than Sterling Homes and get the home ground advantage today.
Simplicity Funerals make funeral planning the way it should be. Simple. With our easy and straightforward packages, it has never been simpler to organise a respectful funeral. Visit simplicityfunerals.com.au or call us 24/7 to get started today.
Hi, Brett Ibbott here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. We've been doing deals on a huge range of 2024 plate Mazdas, and we've just received truckloads more of them, all priced to clear. These drive-away deals on new Mazdas include free 12 months rego, free stamp duty, and accessory packs worth $500. Yep, absolutely free. All exclusive to Mawson Lakes Mazda. No gimmicks, just great deals. Mawson Lakes Mazda, Salisbury Highway, T's and C's apply.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
I think he'll acknowledge that he got beaten by a really good opponent today. But you also got to realise that in life, there are other things that are going on. You know, we'll support Max. He's a great person. He's a great leader. You know, there's a backstory to everyone's performance, and he's going to continue to be a great leader for this footy club.
One of the loads that have been submitted was the comments there from Simon Goodwin. What are your loves and loads for the weekend? 82230000. It's our Monday footy review. Wayne Miller from the Crows coming up after the news shortly. And Rowey and Timmy G's Showdown Fish-Off is happening this Friday. We're looking forward to this. Heading out to West Beach, it'll be a Crows boat with Rowey and Nettie McHenry versus Timmy G versus and Scotty Hodges as well, up against each other head-to-head. It's all thanks to Pepper's Cleaning Products and Alpha Industries, celebrating 40 years, delivering custom-made outdoor living and storage solutions at alphaindustries.com.au.
What did you think of that comment from Simon Goodwin, the coach of his captain, who clearly has some off-field dramas, and we don't know what they are?
Yeah, we don't know what they are. Look, I think that's a coach trying to protect his captain and his best player and the like. So,
yeah, but he's the captain. He wouldn't like him making an excuse.
I was just about to say, if I was that captain, I'd be saying, don't be making excuses for me.
No.
Don't be telling people what.
That's an outdoor.
Yeah, exactly. It's an outdoor. Yeah. And, you know, I go over the white line, I play on that performance, I get judged. So I don't think Max would have liked it, to tell you the truth. Understand the intent from Goody, but I would have kept that one to myself.
You have to. It's in-house. Hello, Ange.
G'day, boys. How are you?
Excellent. You got a love, loathe for us, mate.
Love is the 37k crowd that come out on a Saturday afternoon when the AFL give us these shitty bloody
3:45 slot. I'm with you.
Yeah, we won. Played well. And the third one, boys, is our injuries.
That's a loathe.
You know what I mean?
Starting to add up.
Yeah, but you look at the crowds over in Melbourne, guys, like two Victorian teams playing, and they're not getting the numbers we are on a Saturday afternoon. Like the AFL's got to open their eyes a little bit.
I agree.
Yeah, Ange, good call. 3:45.
That's an awful time.
Well, when I was in the commercial team at Port, we were always told if you play well, you'll get better slots. You know, you got to play good footy and the like. Now, in that era, it was 2014, we were playing good footy and the like, so you were begging for good time slots, trying to get those Friday night games. There wasn't Thursdays back then. They came in a bit later. But you've got a Thursday away this week, but it's good for eyeballs but not for home crowds. So, yeah, look, for me, I just think that they got stiff-armed.
Is there a saying you can't be half pregnant?
There is.
I reckon getting a Saturday time slot at 3:45 is being half pregnant.
It's neither here nor there, is what you're saying.
It's neither here or there.
Okay.
Imagine all the amateur league players. They'd love to have gone to a Saturday night game, but they can't because they're playing.
Yeah. We were talking about great sportsmanship because we saw Matt Dellavedova give away his Man of the Series medal to a guy that he thought was a better player, Will Hickey, in the series for Illawarra. We'll go to Largs Bay. Adrian, you got an example.
Well, the 1956 Australian National Championships selection for the Olympics, Ron Clark was accidentally tripped over by John Landy. John Landy turned back, picked up Ron Clark, and then went on to win the race and get selected for the Olympics.
Still one of the greatest things I've ever seen, Adrian. Now, I wasn't alive to watch it live, but I did see it, and I've seen the footage, and I just thought, and I've heard John Landy speak, he's one of the nicest blokes you'll ever meet. Absolute gentleman.
I wonder how confident he was that he'd still win it, but...
Oh, he was a good runner.
But that's what I'm saying.
He was a great
I don't reckon
runner.
he would have done it if
now,
he
a guy
knew he
called
wasn't going to
Roger
win.
Bannister broke the 4-minute mile first. He was English.
Yeah.
The race was on because John Landy was setting all these incredible times and just going to... So he was his inspiration. As soon as Bannister did it, I reckon a week later, Landy did it.
There's a lot of loathes for Collingwood getting all those free kicks too.
Oh, 31.
Bloody Collingwood.
There was a very big
That was
discrepancy
awful.
in that one. We'll keep your calls coming on the show. 8223 0000, our Monday footy review with Wayne Millerer and Mitch Georgiades after the 5 o'clock news.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Frankie said she's a fan of impersonation. Thank you very much. But not of people impersonating Australia Post. That's why we've made all delivery updates available on the AusPost app, so she'll know they're from us, and us alone. You ask, we deliver at Australia Post.
Adelaide's local, trusted and truly connected talkback radio station. 5AA, always Adelaide.
Are you ready for retirement? Ready to hang up the blazer or tie and slip into some cosy activewear? Are you RCR ready? RCR Financial is your qualified and curious team of professionals, providing the steps you need now in order to get you ready for what's next. RCR Financial will help you reach your goals or set them with you. Are you ready to take the next step? Search for RCR Financial today or see us on the parade, Norwood.
Now, friends of the family we choose, we all need mates that we can trust, and one of those mates must have a trailer. But they don't always have them available when you need them, so you need a mate more like Matty. Good old Matthew at Avis Truck Rental Adelaide.
He doesn't like good old Matthew because he's a good-looking rooster and he's young. 2 young kids, third generation. Avis Truck Rental Adelaide. That's what Matty runs. He's the depot. He knows exactly what vehicles are available and is more than happy to discuss the right vehicle that will suit your needs. Now, sadly, he's an Essendon supporter. Now, sadly, the Crows thumped them, and Thursday, Port will thump them. So he's a bit vulnerable.
He's still a Klein.
It doesn't matter. He's a bomber man. He's very, very vulnerable at the moment. And when you're vulnerable, you can get a good deal.
Oh, right.
Here's where I'm going.
I'm with you.
So don't ask for the Rowey deal, the Timmy deal, the 5AA deal. Ask for the Essendon Bomber deal. That's just code for this week because he's got the lalas on and he wants to help people to make him happy because he loves doing good deals.
Good idea.
And honestly, he's a ripper.
All right. Well, if you don't ask for the $5 fixed price, just say you're a
Ask
Bomber
for the
supporter.
Bomber one.
Trust your mate Matty. He's at Avis Truck Rental Adelaide. They're open 7 days at 416 Port Road, West Hindmarsh. You can book online at avis.com.au or get on the blower 8241 5200.
The very latest news and information. This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Down to 15 tonight, sunny tomorrow 31. With the 5 o'clock news, I'm Mel Usher.
To make room for renovations, Agostino Mitsubishi are having a stock clearance sale on now, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes.
A West Australian man has been busted doing 177 k's an hour on SA roads. He was clocked 67 k's over the limit of 110 on the Augusta Highway at Port Wakefield this morning. The 47-year-old has been charged with driving at an excessive speed. He's been bailed ahead of a court appearance in May. Police are set to gain even greater powers to crack down on the state's illegal tobacco and vape trade. New laws will see companies fined up to $6.6 million. Consumer and Business Affairs Minister Andrea Michaels says it's much needed legislation.
We're looking forward to seeing this progress through the Parliament, making sure everyone is aware that the CBS team and SAPOL are out there right across the state looking for this illicit tobacco market, and we will crack down at every turn.
The Prime Minister is rejecting calls for the next round of energy bill relief to be means tested. Tomorrow's budget will include a $150 power bill discount for all households and small businesses. Some experts, along with Independent Senator Jackie Lambie, believe the spending should be targeted toward those who need it most. But Anthony Albanese says it's better to apply it across the board.
If you're a worker on a low income or a middle income, you also are under financial pressure. We wanted to make sure it went to everyone. It's the most efficient way for payments to go out.
The Commonwealth has now struck school funding deals with every state and territory, with Queensland the last to sign on. More from Zach De Silva.
Since last year, the Albanese government has slowly been reaching agreements to increase Commonwealth funding for state schools. Until today, Queensland was the last holdout, but it too has now signed after the Prime Minister promised an extra $3 billion over the next decade. Premier David Crisafulli says both sides drove a hard hard bargain.
We negotiated hard, but in the end I think we've got a good outcome.
Anthony Albanese says all public schools around Australia are now on track for full funding. Labor is planning to make education a key plank of its re-election campaign.
No poison apple at the Aussie box office for the new live-action Snow White movie. It had a shocking first weekend stateside, but is number one with Australian filmgoers, making almost $3 million in its opening weekend down under. Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Kiza Physiotherapy, Rehabilitation and Strength Training. Build strength with precision at Kiza Norwood.
The injuries are mounting at Alberton. Port's Jack Lukosius has gone under the knife for a fractured kneecap and is facing up to 2 months on the sidelines. Ryan Burton and Lockie Jones will also miss Thursday night's match against Essendon in Melbourne. Mitch Georgiades says they'll need to tweak their forward line.
I think we've got plenty of options, and I think that's one thing we've had over pre-season. Obviously, we lost Todd and we lost Jack just recently, but who we've got up there, we've got Jeremy who can play there. Sava's played there in the past.
Crow Rory Laird has a milestone game coming up this weekend. Sunday's match against the Kangaroos will be the 31-year-old's 250th AFL match. Well, Geelong's Connor O'Sullivan is the AFL Rising Star nominee for round 2. The 19-year-old, playing in his third AFL match, performed strongly in defence as the Cats went down to St Kilda on Saturday. A goal from Cristiano Ronaldo has helped Portugal beat Denmark 5-2 in the Nations League. They'll meet Germany in the semi-finals. And Novak Djokovic, who's playing the Miami Open for the first time since 2019, is through to the last 16. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Sharman Shelving have moved their showroom next door into the Big White Building, still at 412 North East Road.
Afternoon at Gillis Plains, a breakdown North East Road near Sutholtz Road. A bus feed treat north at the moment causing delays. The parade near Queen Street. Crash at Glenburn Road near Hectorville Road, and a car all over at Wingfield Road near Francis Road. Cameras this afternoon, Frederick Road, Grange, and Jetty Road at Larks Bay. Grab a Bali bargain at Flight Centre with 2-for-1 flight packages, 8 nights plus flights from $3,649 for 2. Hurry, ends March 27. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA weather.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Down to 15 tonight, sunny tomorrow 31, Wednesday mostly sunny 32, the same again on Thursday. Right now it's 26 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Raglas. Tonight, a group of 4 rescued after becoming stranded in SA's outback amid rain and flooding. New police powers and big fines in an illegal tobacco and vapes crackdown. Why some women may be prescribed Botox for pain relief. And Rory Sloane shares his views on the Crows' dream start to the season. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and on 9 Now.
Doing day-to-day things online has made our lives easier. Paying bills, shopping, banking. It all makes perfect sense to do online. But what doesn't make sense is doing your will online. It's fraught with potential problems and can leave a mess behind. From the simplest to the most complex wills and estate plans, Donlan Lawyers can answer your questions and help carry out your final wishes properly. For wills and estate planning, visit donlanlawyers.com, Hindmarsh Square, Adelaide, and Ocean Street, Victor Harbour.
Now's the time to get into your new Mazda with great drive-away deals across the range. Experience the stylish Mazda CX-30 Pure from $35,990 drive away. Or enjoy the sporty Mazda 3 Pure now from $33,990 drive away. There's a perfect Mazda waiting for you. Visit your local dealer and drive away today. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. See Mazda.com.au for details.
A person makes the time for what they love.
And we make the space. 1-800-GOT-JUNK makes the space.
We make the space for possibility.
The space for yoga.
The space for lifting weights.
The space for dancing.
The space for living your best life.
And what does a person need to do to make all this happen?
All you have to do is point.
We make space for possibility.
When you want to make junk disappear,
call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.au.
Hey, wouldn't you love a reward just for shopping? Become a Star Discount Chemist Superstar Rewards member to earn points, receive birthday vouchers and more. Star Discount Chemist. How can we help? Earn and redeem points on eligible purchases. Visit website for full terms and conditions.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
8 minutes after 5, it is our Monday footy review. We're getting your calls on the air, so get involved. 8223 0000. Mitch Georgiades will join us from Port Adelaide. Sturt coach Marty Matner with the season opener on Saturday against the Panthers. And, of course, we'll always get time for your calls, so get them in. But right now, let's speak to the Adelaide Crows. Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the goal square, customise your build with Sterling Homes.
Yeah, well, Crows again got the game going. They smoked Essendon on the MCG. We said it was a game they needed to announce themselves. They certainly did that. And joining us, a super important player in that win because he does create shape and ball movement, all those fancy words. Wayne Miller Jr., welcome.
G'day, guys. Thanks for having me.
Great win.
Yep, definitely. A really, really good and important win for us, I guess. First of all, to get the win on the G, and we've played some good footy there, but it was good to get a good win against Essendon on the weekend. I thought we played a pretty team game of footy, and it all sort of just gelled for us on our focuses, and we played a really good brand of footy.
2 games, 2 10-goal wins. Now, forget the opposition. It's the how and it's the way you go about it. What's it on the back of, do you think, this ball movement?
I think it's just, we're just, like I said before, that sort of brand of footy that we're wanting to play. And I feel like over the summer it's been a group that's been really connected and we're all sort of on the same page. And we're knowing what each other through each line, what we want to do. And I think that's just showing in the results and how we're playing our footy at the moment. So it's really exciting, and we're looking forward to go again this week against North Melbourne.
I guess it hasn't been tested against some real defence against the top 4 team, but you've got some real speed in your game now, and not only that, your efficiency with ball by foot, you're a good kicking team, and that does help as well, Junior.
Yeah, that does help, and I guess that's what allowed us to cut up Essendon on the weekend. We was able to control the ball, and when we needed to go, we went. But then when we wanted to sort of take control of the footy and kick it around a bit, we was able to do that. And then up forward, when we got into forward, we got incredibly talented forward line, with Filthy and Fogg and Isaac and that in there, and they were able to do what they do. So it was a really exciting game of footy and a good one to be a part of.
Hey, Wayne, congratulations on the win. I was just having a look because Port Adelaide are trying a new game out, and it's got a ratio of sort of 1 handball to 1 kick. I looked at yours. Yours is nearly 2 to 1, 2 kicks to 1 handball. So is that a number that Nixie likes?
Well, it's probably something, to be honest, we haven't really spoke about. I guess it's just we're just seeing what the Oppo give us, and if that's what they're going to give us, then we can play that way, or we can play a different way as well. So I guess that's just probably a number that just reflects what the Oppo just gave us on that day. So yeah.
Fair enough. Your captain's in rare form. That's I think 2 weeks in a row he's collected maximum votes from the coaches. So he's doing everything right, isn't he?
Yeah, he definitely is. He's super important for us, and he's definitely started the year off to how he would have definitely wanted to start the year. So, and there's no doubt, I'm sure he can continue with that form, but he's been super important for us.
20 marks inside 50, that's off the charts, that number. I reckon I'd get a kick now, Wayne.
I can always jump in.
Good luck. But that's an outstanding number, isn't it? That means your speed of ball movement, the midfield forward connections there, and you've got multiple options. I think 7 players kicked multiple goals.
Yeah, there's definitely multiple options and, avenues to goal. I think our big boys up there, or even the smaller boys, their ability to just win half contests there in the forward line. But then, that, like you said, like our composure with ball in hand and being able to just see it out and sort of take care in that last kick inside 50 and hit an oppo really helps, I guess. score efficiency, but then our ability to set up behind the footy and keep the forward our footy.
When you're peeling off the half-back, you're breaking, as Nixie says, shoulders out. Who's the best forward that you like to kick to? Who presents the best for you?
I'll say Fog. Fog always is a good lead-up and loves to lead up strong. So Fog and Tex, they normally give you a good lead-up option.
Okay. 17 goals from turnover, that's another nice number.
That is a nice number, yep. Like I said, I guess our ability to be composed off the turnover, make a big bubble or big ground, and just use the footy. Like I said, just do what the Oppo are giving us and just play footy, I guess, off of that.
You allowed 100 points, not that, okay, the game was done. They did most of their work after halfway through the third quarter as far as scoring, but 100 points, was that discussed?
Yeah, definitely. It's not something, we want to concede every week, because it's probably not the best way to go about it in terms of the defence, but definitely something we discuss, and we're going to tighten up this week and going forward. Just be consistent in that and not allowing that sort of score week in, week out is probably pretty important for us.
You look at stats and sometimes they can be a bit misleading, but I reckon 129 marks to 59 sort of says you were in control of the footy. That's a big number. It definitely, I guess, it felt it like out there. Our ability, just like I said before, just to off the chaos, turnover, just to be able to find a mark from that, and then control the ball. Definitely helps your offense, obviously, but then it helps your defense as well off the back of that. Now, I did a bit of opposition scouting for you yesterday. I had a look at the Kangaroos. Riley O'Brien, he's got a big job ahead of him. Sherry was unbelievable yesterday. He put in an enormous performance, but they're very young, exciting midfield, very good at clearance, and a guy called Paul Curtis up front. You'll have to keep an eye on him too.
Yeah, definitely. They're like any team. They've sort of got their strengths, and that's one we'll look into, I guess, later on in the week when we get to our Oppo review and stuff. I guess we'll respect them for their strengths, and we'll find ways that where we can probably, their weaknesses, where we can expose them. But we're definitely looking forward to a good match on Sunday.
Well, mate, I love it when you're in this team. Now, how's your body? Have you got your rig right? Can you just please get some continuity in your football at this level?
Yep, no, definitely. No, the body's good. It was good to get the first one back against the Saints, but I felt really good in the game on the weekend. Just a lot sharper, and I just felt a lot better. So I'm excited just to play some footy with the boys. It's good to be back out there and just playing footy. Oh, you just compliment the way we want to play, and that's attack, full face of goal. Your movement's elite. Now, Junior, Nasiah Wanganeen Miller, is he a cousin? Yeah, he's a distant cousin. Yep. You get on well with him? I'm not super close with him, but... well, get bloody super close with him, Wayne. I wouldn't mind having a kick with him. There you go. You can see where I'm going here, don't you? I know where you're going. Yeah. Okay. Well, you might be our secret weapon to maybe being able to lure him over. We'll see what happens. We'll let Reedy do his job. Okay. You on a half-back flank, him on a wing, maybe on the other half-back flank, just cutting it up. Would be nice. Would be very nice. Okay. Well, you're a bit shy on this one, so I might just leave it at that. Hey, Junior, stay sound, please. Get some real continuity in you. You're super important to that back half because you add something that a lot of people don't have, and that's absolute skill in close, your sideways movement. You draw opponents to you, and it opens up on the outside, mate. We love watching you play. Well done, and thanks for your time. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, guys. Great work. See you, Wayne Miller there from the Adelaide Footy Club. There was a day I used to say it's going to be great when the Crows can get Wayne Miller, Paul Seedsman and Brodie Smith in the same team. And they've had them in the same squad for a lot. I never saw it. I never saw it. But now it's Wayne Miller and it's Jordan Dawson. And
great ball carriers, great deliveries.
Just elite. And you need them.
Yeah. Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Gold Square, customise your build with Sterling Homes. Just before we go to the break, the AFL has issued, and this was one of our loathes for this week in the last hour, has issued West Coast to please explain for Harley Reid's gesture to the crowd at the Gabba.
What flick the bird?
What bit of the flicking the bird don't you understand what it means? Please explain what that is. Well, when you put up the middle finger, what it actually means is...
It's a pretty common sense, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know
Go
what?
forth and multiply.
So he'll get a fine for that then, if it's a please
it'll
explain.
be
Or should have they just
Never
issued
know.
him a fine?
Little reprimand.
He'll get a fine and a
Now,
reprimand.
let's face it. I mean, in defence of the AFL, and far be it for me to ever
You don't
defend
want it
the
happening
AFL.
every week, but
exactly.
it's
So if
a
we all
moment.
ran around, go and get, the old you know. Who was it? Chad Corns did the 2 beers, please. He got a
I think he might have. I think he might
did
have.
the old charger.
Yeah. That was
up yours.
Was Winston Churchill? You know, the peace sign is like obviously
That's
your
the other
fingers
way.
forward,
Yeah.
right?
You turn it back the other way.
When he was in charge during the war, whatever, he put up that sign for victory, right?
He did,
but he did it the rude way, and he didn't know. And when he got back into the offices or whatever, they said, "Sorry, sir, but I think your fingers were supposed to be the other way."
Just flicked off the entire crowd.
But you know what? I reckon it meant more. It meant more for victory.
So when did it go from 2 fingers to 1?
Good call. Don't know. I think it was more of an American thing, the bird. The 2 fingers, I believe, originates out of people back in the old day, archery. You know, when you would shoot one another with the bow and arrow, and if they caught those archers, they chop off their fingers so they couldn't hold the bow and arrow.
So the opposition would hold
so like
this
that.
is
So they
a
would
history lesson.
So they would chop the fingers off. So their mark of when they were shooting them and getting them, they put their fingers up to show them that they've got the 2 fingers
got the 2 fingers.
Wow.
And us being English, we've copied it.
It's a bit up yours.
Up your, like, I
There you
used
go.
to do that as a kid all the time.
Yeah.
You know, someone would get in you.
All right.
Love it.
That is a great history lesson. Thank you, Timmy. 20 minutes after 5. We'll get back to your calls after we check your roads.
Afternoon. Got a breakdown to look out for at Gillis Plains, North East Road and St Holt's Road, Busfeed Tree at Norwood, the parade near Queen Street, crash at Glenburn Road near Hectorville Road, another crash at Hyde Park, Unley Road near Wattle Streets. Busy South Road, Edwardstown, with a camera Fairfield Terrace at Semaphore Park. Optus Mobile, Internet and tablet plans are better together. Bundle eligible Optus plans and save big. Ends April 6. Visit Optus in-store or online. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
No one loves a clean truck more than Ray Pepper. Ray even launched his own truck washers and developed his own truck strength cleaning products. Now you can try the range of Pepper's truck strength cleaning products for your car, caravan, boat or home. And they're made right here in Adelaide. Make it shine, because everything goes better with a bit of Pepper. Shop online and check out the Pepper's Starter Pack with a bit of everything for just $69.90. Go to peppersaustralia.com.au.
Plant the seed of your legacy. Centennial Park's new Living Legacy Forever Flowers offers a heartfelt and sustainable way to commemorate your loved one. For the first time in South Australia, Living Legacy's groundbreaking science allows your loved one's ashes to positively impact the environment, creating a beautiful, lasting tribute where friends and family can gather and reflect whilst contributing to the beautiful botanical environment. To learn more about Living Legacy Forever Flowers, visit centennialpark.org.
OTR coffee combos are now in store, making your life easy at $6 for a quality barista-made regular coffee and your choice of a buttery croissant, banana bread or a Krispy Kreme original glazed donut. Only at OTR. Making life easy. T's and C's apply.
Well, complete windscreens are an RAA approved repairer. Tick SA Fleet approved repair. If you've got a fleet car, use us. South Australian family owned business, 50 years old. So why wouldn't you use local? Bit like Foodland. Why wouldn't you use local?
Great call.
We're local.
Went there
the others
today.
aren't. You ping a windscreen, rear, door glass, whatever. Get complete windscreens on the job. We are the Big Red Koala on Main North Road, Prospect. Timmy, what is the number again?
Well, it's 82694444, but I actually went there the other day because we had a little filming moment where we're on site, and I was
Budget car and
impressed.
truck rental. Yeah.
Very impressed with your
Yeah.
location.
But you had a hit of a golf ball and broke some of our glass.
Well, they set me up.
You know it breaks. That was a good ad.
It was
Actually, And that's going to be around in Budget Car and Truck. We're good clients of ours. Now, if you've got a chip repair, $99. Your tent, your ute, they're about $180. You've got a VT Commodore, a BA ute, whatever, they're about $280.
They're good prices.
Well, because we import our glass. Actually, we had the Chinese importers in today.
Right.
And snoozing around trying to get a big deal.
Still getting more glass?
Yes, we are.
Excellent.
If you need your car calibrated, you need it cut, polished, and whatever, we're the ones. So you've got to tell your insurance company. Now, most people are insured.
Yeah.
Flash cars, we had a Rolls Royce in the other day, a Ferrari, you do all that stuff because we're elite. If you ping it, you get told to use someone else, inverted commas, but you can choose your repairer of choice. Of
course you can.
But it's up to you to tell them.
Yep.
Don't let them bolly.
Nah, I'm going the big red koala.
I want the big red koala.
In fact, I'm going to dial them right now. 8269 4444. There we go.
What's on your bucket list? Cruising around the world? Doing a hot lap around Bathurst? Learning how to play drums? Before you plan a bucket list, plan your will with Donlan Lawyers. A will, power of attorney and advanced care directive speak for you when you can't. It means you and your loved ones will be taken care of. Visit donlanlawyers.com. Put it on your bucket list. Hindmarsh Square, Adelaide and Ocean Street, Victor Harbour.
Hi, I'm Victoria from The Family Cook. I'm passionate about cooking wholesome, fresh and delicious meals. We're the only meal delivery service based in South Australia using hand-selected premium ingredients such as free-range chicken, grass-fed beef, Australian fish and locally sourced vegetables and herbs. Our customers love it and I can guarantee you'll love it too. Jump on board thefamilycook.com.au. thefamilycook.com.au.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
24 minutes after 5. Of course, our Monday footy review with Mitch Georgiades at 5:30. Keep them coming in, your calls, 8223 0000. We're talking about Harley Reid being given a please explain from the AFL around using the middle finger during the game against Brisbane. We've got a text here from David from Byron Bay, who was actually in the crowd. It happened right in front of him.
Right in front of me, he said.
It was in the section of the well-refreshed crowd yesterday at the Gabba, offering some fairly colourful feedback to Harley. It was actually done in fun, and he looked and smiled at the crowd around the same time. Good for footy, in my view. Let it go.
Well, it's going to cost him $5,000. Now, what's he on Instagram,
Thanks,
this Harley Reid?
He's on Instagram.
And now he's got a new Instagram profile?
He's changed his profile picture to, can you believe it, a great picture of Ben Cousins when he flicked the bird at the security camera in the change rooms at one time. So he's getting a bit cheeky with this.
Well, he wears number 9.
Yes, he does.
Don't follow in his footsteps with the other stuff. Hello, Des.
Yeah, g'day, boys. Hang on, I'll just stop this tractor so I can hear.
What are you going to stop?
Tractor.
Tractor.
What are you reaping? What are you doing?
No, just feeding some bulls.
Okay.
Nice.
Is it dry out your way?
Mate, it's as dry as a lime burner's bootlace.
Oh, God. I feel for you guys, so your dam's all empty as well.
No, we're near the river, so we've got water out the river.
Okay.
But I mean, it's just something.
It's tough.
We've been in this area for 47 years, and I've never seen anything like it. And
Wow.
all the old blokes and that older than me, and there's not many people older than me, but they all reckon it's the worst they've seen.
Wow, Des. And how are the bulls? Are they holding up?
They're holding up well. No, they're stud bulls, and they're getting fed well.
Good.
And but they do come to see me, and the other week I was putting the rolls out, and I put one in the feeder, and I came back to get the other one that was gone. And I looked down the paddock, and there was 3 bulls rolling it along, having fun.
Oh, you're kidding. How good.
They'd only taken it 200 metres.
Oh, stop it. Now you want to talk about Harley Reid, Big Des?
Well, I want to talk about Harley Reid, and I want to talk about the left-leaning, woke, elite people that run the AFL, because they're turning the game into something that's people don't want to watch anymore. And, we need characters in the game, and for God's sake, he never abused anyone. He never, he wasn't violent. And surely people can have a bit of bloody fun, and these people have just got to grow up. And the other thing I want to talk, I watched a few games of footy on the weekend. I went down Adelaide Oval on Saturday, and this insufficient intent is the worst rule in the game. I saw a couple of occasions yesterday where a bloke kicked the ball, it bounced and went at right angles, which the ball does, that's the shape of it,
Correct.
and they pinged him for insufficient intent. You know, like, surely, I mean, what would a bloke like Wayne Jackson, who was generally a football person, what would he be thinking?
Yeah, I'm with you, Des. I've been hot on it, and it just
Des.
removes all doubt the sample law of last disposal out of bounds. And you're right, you can't control that if the ball goes sideways. It happens.
I was just at the Eyre Peninsula on the weekend, as you know, through Port Lincoln. They're going to run out of water this year.
Is that right?
They need a desal plant.
Yeah.
It is frightening over there.
Wow.
That township will run out of water, and they've been sooky-la-la-ing about a desal plant. Just make it happen.
Wow. All righty, let's go. Brian,
Stay in your
g'day,
lane,
Brian at
Stephen.
Old Nollunga.
Swim between the flags.
No, but it's bloody dry, mate. You get out in the bush.
Horrible summer.
Sorry, Brian, you want to talk
Brian?
to us about Dan Curtin?
Brian.
Hello, Rowey, Ted.
Hey, buddy.
One thing I did like, I think the Crows have found a new centre half forward, as in Curtin.
Okay.
I think Texas only got about this year, and that'll be it. But I think Curtin will just slot straight in there.
Well, he's big enough, Brian. Does he have the craft? I mean, we need to see him
Yes,
more
he
often.
has. He's got a great kick on him.
Yeah, okay. Good call. Thanks, Brian.
Keep an
well
eye
done.
on that.
No,
Thank you,
keep your eye
Brian.
on that. He's got
All
some
right.
growth there. Hello, Johnny boys. It tries a dog's date at Port Augusta.
Pretty much, mate. Pretty much. Hey, fellas, I watched every kick of the St Kilda Geelong game the other night. And did you bloke see St Patrick raised the right arm? And in my opinion, if that was a run-of-the-mill AFL player, just a good ordinary player, just a run-of-the-mill player, there would have been a lot more made of it. The commentators virtually swept it under the carpet.
So when you say St Patrick, you mean Patrick Dangerfield?
He does.
Patrick Dangerfield, yeah, St Patrick Dangerfield. And the commentators at the time said, oh, yeah, he's probably fine, because they had the good bloke rule. We know that. We saw that with Scott Pendlebury
Good call.
and Dan Pepper a couple of good 2 or 3 seasons ago.
I think you're right,
Good
Johnny.
call,
I looked
Johnny.
at it and I thought to myself, if that was any other player,
He got a fine.
he got a fine. I reckon
Do you reckon they have the good player rule, good bloke rule, the good snoozer rule?
you certainly have the good experienced previous AFLPA president rule.
Yeah, they might do.
I think you have that.
5:30 headlines are coming up. I'll tell you who is a good bloke. Mitch Georgiades. He'll join us next.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good evening, Mel Usher with the 5AA News headlines. 2 drivers have been clocked for excessive speed on our roads in less than 24 hours. One was doing 177 k's an hour, the other 198. South Australia is said to have the harshest illicit tobacco and vape penalties in the country. The Prime Minister says all households deserve a discount on their electricity bills, but some say the measure should be means tested. And in sport, Geelong's Connor O'Sullivan is the AFL Rising Star nominee for round 2. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Sharman Shelving have moved their showroom next door into the Big White Building, still at 412 North East Road.
Breakdown at Gillis Plains to look out for North East Road near Sutholts Road, Monopara west of Fuel League, Stepenheath Road near Gravity Grove, and Wingfield, a car roll over Wingfield Road near Francis Road. Slow for works at Glenelg East, Brighton Road near Dunbar Terrace, and cameras Fletcher Road, Birkenhead, and Jetty Road, Larks Bay. Max has all the best movies and shows like Barbie, the Harry Potter collection, and HBO original The White Lotus. Max, all killer, no filler. Starts streaming March 31. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast down to 15 tonight, sunny tomorrow 31. Right now it's 27 degrees. We'll have more news at 6 on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Who currently works from home and is worried that if a Dutton government is elected, suddenly work is going to lose all of the new flexibility?
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
It saved people money in transport and it saved people money in childcare.
Adelaide leading breakfast show.
And they are 2 extremely expensive things. It saved people a lot of money.
5AA Breakfast.
Things like being able to leave early to pick your kids up from school.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA, always Adelaide.
5AA's Tech Talk with your host, Adelaide Tech Guy Richard Pascoe. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers.
Harvey Norman is bringing the heat with massive savings on HP and Asus laptops. For a limited time, you can save up to 20%. Yes, 20%. Need a lightweight, reliable laptop for work or study? The HP 14S with 8 gig of RAM is now just $598, saving you $130. For power users, the Asus VivoBook 15 with a huge 1 terabyte of storage is now $888. That's over $300 off. Or step up to serious performance with the HP Intel Core Ultra 5 laptop boasting 16 gig of RAM, a steal at $1,098, saving you $600. Harvey Norman delivers the best brands, the best range, and the best prices guaranteed. Don't miss out on these tech bargains. Shop now. Terms and conditions apply.
Check out this great offer at a Harvey Norman store near you.
One of the best things about South Australia is there's so much of it. Fortunately, getting from one side to the other is easy with Stateliner. Their fleet of modern, comfortable buses connect the city to the Eyre Peninsula and Mid-North, Riverland and Southeast, with many towns in between. Stateliner buses are equipped with toilets, air conditioning, they're wheelchair accessible, and you can even charge your phone. With 50% off for pensioners, seniors, children and full-time SA students, let Stateliner do the driving for you. Book today.
Now, this is quite the cover-up, and Walco is right at the centre of it. It's the good kind of cover-up, though, because it'll save you time and money.
It does. So if you haven't already got your SA made, Walco Guardian pool cover, not from you-know-where, SA made, and if you haven't got it ready to go, now's the time to get in touch with Steve and the team at Walco.
Yeah, look, the locally made Walco Guardian pool cover, it preserves chemicals, keeps your water clean, and you won't need to run your pump all winter. That is actually unbelievable saving.
It is. Well, you know it and you live it. And again, I don't know how many times you want me to say local, and we always love to support local. It's a great company. And now Walco have gone one better with their stylish new mesh cover. This cover is perfect for your pool in the main focus of your yard, and it needs to look amazing all year round. It never sags, unlike you two. Timmy, you're a bit of a sagger.
To be fair, when I lose, I sag the bottom lip. I definitely sag the bottom lip, so I'll give them that. Now, look, if looks matter, join the great cover-up and ask Walco about their stylish new mesh pool covers.
Good.
Check them out online. Visit walco.com.au.
There is care in simplicity. Our experienced team understand that keeping things simple and easy is the best approach. Visit simplicityfunerals.com.au or call us 24/7 to get started today. Simplicity Funerals. Easy, respectful, simple.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
"25 minutes to 6 here on this Monday. Sturt coach Marty Matner is going to join us after 6 o'clock. We still have your calls to take, 8223
Yeah, we got a text here. Your Nick Home Soft Food text. We love your interaction, good sportsmanship and all that. How did the Crows go? How did Port go? You like, you loathe, you love.
Yep.
Boys, the lamb shanks are in the slow cooker for tomorrow night. John, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had some on Saturday. Is that what he's referring to?
Shanks, but we are.
Oh, very nice.
We are. You, the listener, are the show.
Yeah.
Now, if your lamb shanks are in there, you can tell us.
They smell good. I had them Saturday night, so I can recommend them. Yeah. They're beautiful. Now, this one is quite amusing. Can we get a GoFundMe for Timmy G to get a stack of phone books for his halftime highlights? Adelaide Oval for Port games. He was next to Charlie Dixon. It looked like Dr. Evil and Mini-Me, says Jack. Now,
can we put that on the Rowey and Timmy Twitter account? Because that is funny.
I'm going to send it to Justin, our producer, right now so he can put it up there. I have never thought that I was that small.
Well, you're half his size.
In my life. I'm half his size.
Yeah.
It is phenomenal.
I reckon you come up to his belly button.
So is he extra tall or am I extra small?
He might have been on a mound and you might have been on a... We'll put it on because it is actually quite funny.
I've fallen through a trapdoor. That's what's happened. That's what's happened there. And you know what? I probably found most amusing was by the time I left there to run back to the 5AA commentary box, got down, sat there, thought, gee, I got 6 messages. They were all that same photo.
Hey, just one last one before we go to our next guest. Any comments on Redmond tunnelling Thilthorpe? Now, that was poor.
Yeah.
Now, did he get a fine or did he get sanctioned?
Yeah,
or?
he did. He got a $2,500 sanction, early plea $1,500. But
okay,
yeah, it was they graded it careless, low impact, body contact. So that's clearly what the
We had a
thing spits out.
unique homestyle food text from Mick saying exactly that. He's like, love, loathe. He said, I loathe the tunnelling of Riley Thilthorpe. Should be 50 metres and a report. Someone's going to break their neck one day.
Something to look at indeed. Keep your thoughts coming through on the text and on the call, 8223 0000. Thanks to Sharman Shelving, they've moved their showroom next door into the big white building, still at 412 North East Road.
Well, Port Adelaide bounced back. A 72-point victory against the Tigers at Adelaide Oval. A great day, this man kicking 4 goals and a star of the show, Mitch Georgiades. G'day, Mitch.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, that feels a bit better.
Definitely.
It's a nice feeling. And I thought it was nice to honour Boki breaking Russell Ebert's club game record.
Oh, yeah, that's amazing. For both Russell and Trav, that means so much to this club, and to go out there and perform the way we did, it only does it just to do it for those boys.
Mate, yourself, your game I thought was excellent. That you found plenty of room to lead into this week.
Yeah, certainly did. I think movement's the key for me. Obviously, without Jack and some of the other big boys up there, I'm not particularly tall, so movement's going to be the key for me. And when we move the ball the way we did up the ground, it certainly helps.
And Willie Rioli, will he be on selection this week? Because I thought it was a good move to put himself on ball.
Yeah, it was very impressive. I mean, we know exactly what he can do. He's pretty impressive with ball in hand, and he sees things not many other people can see. So, he put himself in there, and he did a good job.
I love that. I read it, and he said, no, I went and saw Ken, went and saw Josh. Said, how about get me on the ball? I thought, how good's that?
Exactly right. How good.
Oh, I love him. Hey, Mitch, well done for. No Charlie Dixon. For you, better or worse?
Oh, I miss Charlie. Absolutely. I feel like you walk a bit taller when Charlie's out there. So definitely miss him out there. But it's a new look. It's an exciting look. And, I had Jack for a little bit, but unfortunately we've lost him. But the other parts around the forward line, they're pretty exciting. So a new look, but a good look.
I'm calling it a grip it and rip it style of footy, and it is. You get it right, it's going to be irresistible. It's easy to find space for you with that, or finding your leading patterns, or is it harder, the way they handball through that midfield? Sometimes I think they've had one too many handballs. You've got to provide multiple leads. Is that better for you or not?
Yeah, sometimes through the pre-season there was a bit of a battle between the mids and the forwards of trying to get the balance right of over handballing and when to go forward. We've had plenty of discussions, but I think when we move the ball the way we do with the parts that we have inside that midfield, it's pretty exciting when you've got the likes of Jason, Connor, then Zach will be back running at you full steam. So I definitely like it when they're coming out. It's just about finding the right balance.
Yeah, you're the number one go-to. Your multiple leads is great. Your work ethic's incredible. And you did just say you need to find the space. What was your feedback to the midfielders then? Because that midfield forward transition is critical, especially on last year when that last kick inside 50 wasn't the strength of the club.
Yeah, I think it's just looking at the pieces we have in front of the ball. And like you said, we're not a particularly tall forward line. So movement, speed, anywhere we can get the ball in space is going to suit us more as a team. So I think between the midfield and the forward connection, and even the back line, because they connect with us a fair bit as well, it's just knowing everyone's strengths and playing to that, because there's no point doing stuff that doesn't work so well for us.
I think it was 478 disposals, but it was the ratio. It was 1-to-1 kick handballs. So is that the ratio that they're looking for in the new style?
Yeah, definitely. I think we're going to challenge more teams with some handballing, and with our speed in there, it's something we want to do. We want to run in waves and challenge the opposition to defend us that way. So that's definitely something you'll see going into the future as well.
A couple of individual performances. I thought Jackson Mead, I thought that was his best game for the club.
Yeah, Jackson's he's done some really good things over the pre-season. We know what he brings to the club. He's such an honest, hard-working player, and that's what we love so much about him. He's always out there just doing exactly what he needs. So to see him have a great game on the weekend, it was well-deserved.
And Christian Moraes made his debut. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone more grateful. Have you? It was amazing.
I saw his post-game interview was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
It was.
It was really cool. And that's the great thing about debut is you get to bring so much excitement to the team, and that's what Christian brought to us, and he was able to come on pretty early, which was handy. So, he's a great kid, and an exciting one to have in the club.
56 inside 50 is better than round one. 19 marks, Mitch. That's off the charts numbers, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the way we want to play. I think probably in round one we obviously were beaten at all parts of the game, and our forward entries weren't great either. So as a team, we knew that had to change, and that's something we responded well with.
And massive uncontested ball numbers. I think twice what Richmond had. Massive number.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same sort of thing. I think for us as a team, making the ground as big as possible, challenging them throughout the ground is going to put us in great stead. So, movement and uncontested possessions, but then also being strong enough on the inside to win it and then take it outside.
Back to Bokey. Did you all have a few beers, a few little sherbets after the game, Mitch, to celebrate?
We actually didn't get to. 5-day turnaround, we did have a Pepsi Max for him.
Good work.
Yeah, that'll work. Near enough, good enough. But yeah, it's an amazing thing for Bokey, and I think I'm not in his good books after I forgot to give it to him in that last goal, but we're all good.
Oh, no, Mitchy, that's unlike you. Hey, there's Pepsi Max. What's that like? I've never had one. Is it better than Coke Zero?
Same, but different.
Okay.
It's more just whatever's on special, really.
Well, I can tell you what, Ken Hinkley can slam a few down.
He likes the Coke Zero.
That bloke loves them. Drinks them like they're going out of fashion.
Hey, Mitch, this is your second year back from that knee recon. Do you feel even more confident on it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think probably last year, the first half of the season, you're sort of getting your bearings back, playing footy, and you're confident in your body, but you're not probably 100% confident. But then to play the whole year and have a full pre-season where you feel good, it's definitely added to the confidence of my body, and I'm feeling in a really good place.
Good news. Hey, in that forward line, now, no Lukosius, he's out with his knee. Todd Marshall out with the Achilles. Charlie's retired. Rowey asked to go on ball. What are you doing, mate? What are you saying to these people?
I don't know what I'm doing, but they all seem to just run away from me. I might scare them all off.
You're going to have no one left there, mate. And the little fellas are running up the ground and coming back. So, yeah, you just stay in there. Just keep kicking goals, mate. It is the short break. You mentioned 5 days. The Bombers on the same break. So, rest, recovery, and up and about for Marvel Stadium, eh?
Awesome, that's the way.
Excellent.
Yeah. Hey, Mitchy, the Crows touched them up and softened them up for you, mate. It'll be an easy one.
Oh, don't say that.
Sorry, can I take that back,
so well
Mitch?
in this industry.
Yeah, don't listen to him, mate. Those things don't date well.
Mitch, don't let me drag you down, son.
Right.
All right.
All the best at Marvel, mate.
Good boy.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the chat.
That's Mitch Georgiades, of course, key forward for Port Adelaide, doing a great job.
Just getting better and better with that knee. Oh, my God. Hit one out in that forward line. Good luck.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it? Sharman Shelving, they've moved their showroom next door into the big white building, still at 412 North East Road. It's 5:45. Let's check your traffic.
Breakdown at Gillis Plain to look out for. It's on North East Road near St Holt's Road. A fuel leak at Munopara West, Steppenheath Road near Gravity Grove, and Wingfield, a car rollover, Wingfield Road near Francis Road. Slow for works at Glenelg East, Brighton Road near Dunbar Terrace, quite busy Cross Road at Glandore with a camera, Fletcher Road at Birkenhead. Faster Pastas made sharing easy with their sharing plate menu. Try the crumb lasagna bites or golden beer patted onion rings. Sharing never tasted better at Faster Pasta. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
We've got Shane from Drummond Golf with us. Shane, you've made it so easy to improve your game with a room full of indoor simulators.
Yeah, Tommy, we think all golfers out there will love our Big Swing Golf indoor simulators at Drummond Golf Mile End. We have a room full of simulators to play golf and other sports like soccer, baseball, basketball and even football with your mates, rain, hail or shine.
It's great fun, isn't it, Shane? But more importantly, the simulators you have, they're an incredible tool for improving your game.
Tommy, you're dead right. They're a great training tool thanks to the overhead Ion 3 camera that shows video of your club head angle, your club head speed and spin rate.
So jump online and take a look at bigswinggolf.com.au, then call your mates and head to Drummond Golf Mile End.
Deliver more with Toyota, the world's #1 forklift brand.
Choose from a great range including pallet jacks, walkie stackers and reach forklifts, right up to their leading Toyota counterbalance forklifts. Legendary reliability and safety with cleaner, greener electric options. Toyota can tailor the right forklift solution for you. It's all part of the Toyota Forklift Advantage. For more, visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au. Get a Toyota forklift.
For 50 years, Sterling Homes has set the standard. That's a long time in business, and now time to celebrate their 50th anniversary. They're inviting you to share your dream with them.
50-year-old company, just have a think about
That's
that.
1975.
Well, and it's enormous in the building trade because they come and go. Oh, no, not Sterling Homes. Here's this, you get 15 grand's worth of luxury upgrades. And I said it like that because it just kicks. Luxury, pure luxury. And it's no extra cost. Choose what matters to you. It could be reverse cycle air conditioning. It could be a stone bench top, solar panels and more. Plus, they've all got 2.7 metre high ceiling and they're all included. So you have a budget and you think, you know what, love, we can't have the bench top or we can't have the air conditioning.
Well, now you can.
You can.
And it's Sterling Homes. So they build on blocks of all shapes and sizes as well. So it doesn't matter if it's as big as Adelaide Oval or just the Gold Square, Sterling Homes, your home.
Now, visit their display homes. They're all across Adelaide. For locations, go to sterlinghomes.com.au for pure luxury. T's and C's apply.
Right Price, Adelaide's best in heating and cooling, has risen to new heights. Literally, Right Price are now your roofing people too. Same exceptional service, value and quality. From total roof replacement, including tiled roof installation, to tile roof repairs, cleaning and painting. And for peace of mind, a rock-solid quote. So the only surprise you'll get is how magnificent your roof and home looks. Do it right. Visit rightpriceroofing.com.au.
You can get your roof right at Right Price. Stanford Mowers, real goers.
Stanford Mowers has closed their Jeps Cross store. But don't worry, there'll be a new one soon. You can still get all your garden equipment needs online at stanfordmowers.com.au and have them delivered right across Adelaide. In the meantime, if you want to visit in-store, you can still find everything you need at Stanford Mowers in Mount Barker or Murray Bridge. You'll find everything you need to know at stanfordmowers.com.au.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Welcome back at 10 minutes to 6. Marty Matner is going to join us very shortly. Still taking your calls on our Monday footy review. Like, love, loathe. What did you like? What did you love and what did you loathe from the sporting weekend? And of course, this Friday coming up, it is the Showdown Fish-Off. Rowey and Timmy G will go head-to-head. Ned McHenry, Scotty Hodges will join us, which will be a lot of fun. All thanks to Alpha Industries and Pepper's Cleaning Products. Truck strength for your car, caravan, boat, or home, peppersaustralia.com.au. And if you'd like one of the Peppers Truck Wash Cleaning product packs, we've got one right here to give away. So first call through, 8223 0055. That can be yours.
And now, this Wednesday, where are we, Timmy?
This
Karen
Wednesday,
Rotten Oval?
we're going to see the beginning of the Shield final.
Now, Peter Page Hyundai live stream. I'm wearing the hat.
You are.
Am I on? If I look
You
straight
are
at
there.
that.
Sack a
So
hat.
we'll be there Wednesday. Everybody, plan to get there one of the 5 days. It'll go 5, let's face it. Karen Rotten Oval, it's a Shield final. It is
if
so
we win,
exciting for
I
us.
hope it goes 4.
Well, I just hope we win. Saka are throwing the world at it. Think of Live Golf.
Meets KRO.
Exactly right. And it's going to be superb. It's been a big wait. We can win it. I'm not going to put any thunder clouds all over it. We can win it. Here's Ben Menenti, one of our absolute guns on his first Shield final.
I've wanted this for a long time, to play in a Shield final. A lot of blokes go their career without playing one, and even more go through without winning one.
So that's my like. I would like them to win. Boy, oh boy. I'd like us to be there Wednesday, and we
love
will.
them to win.
But I'd love them to win.
Oh, here. Yeah, it's not just about being in the final, it's about
No.
taking it out.
They
They've done
will.
everything right, they've just got to finish it off now.
They won the one day. They're in the final. It's their home.
They played the
They're
Shield
playing Queensland.
the whole way really well.
Yeah.
So
They'll wipe the floor with them.
I'd like to say
Now, what's your
they
loathe?
can do
Me
that.
saying something like that and putting the mockers on them?
No, I think you loved it. Like you want them to win, and that's all you've said. You haven't
Done.
predicted anything,
Good
so
boy.
well done. My loathe at the beginning of the show was that the fact that we keep getting this insufficient intent every week, and it's just very frustrating for everybody. And the stubbornness of the AFL not to take on the Sandfools last disposal out of bounds. Now, Nasho has gone off too because he loathes the treatment of Harley Reid. He said, get off his back. This young bloke is the most exciting player since Dusty rolled up. That's Nasho at Salisbury Heights, I should say. This is another one. Port Tragic, Kathy. Hello, Kath. I like the fact that we finally got a win. I love the unselfish play on the forward line. And I loathe the fact that Jason Horne-Francis got his head ripped off and did not get a free. Good on you, Kathy. See? Good points. I like that. One point that did come up was the extreme humidity again in the Brisbane West Coast game. Now, it was even humid here at Adelaide Oval. There's been hot games this whole period, but when you start your football in March 6, 7, 8, you're going to get that. You're absolutely going to get that. But what the issue is recovery. And a lot of players are cramping up in these games and these guys are pretty fit guys, but the game is played at such a pace. The midfielders are going so hard that you can't probably help but avoid it. But it does beg the question, are we stretching this season out too far because we're trying to get in front of the NRL and we're trying to take up, a bit of cricket's time and we're trying to just extend everything all the time. So we've extended our season from the straight 22 rounds that we looked at 20 years ago, Sam.
Yep.
When it was just the straight 22 plus finals, no buys, no breaks.
Started technically this week.
Correct. Started technically this week, which you can feel like you look at the temperatures, it's already starting to come down a bit. So you go, all right, no worries. That's that back then. Now we've extended it out. We have 24 rounds with a couple of buys in there, breaks, and a finals bye. And it's just pushing
too
it
much,
way too early, I think.
Yeah.
I think we just need to get back to a little bit of basics of the old 22 and off you go.
Well, the NFL, which is American Gridiron, they have the old less is more.
16 weeks.
They make you just wait, and then when it's on, it's intense, and they love it, and they crave it over there in America. There might be something. I think Paddy Dangerfield was going down that path. We want to get paid more, but let's have less games. Make it a priority, supply and demand.
What's the right number of games? That's probably the question. 8, 2, 2, 3, 0, 0, 0. What is the right amount of games for a minor round season?
Yeah. Well, if there's, how many teams are there now? 18?
Soon to be 19.
19th. So just play each other once. 18 games, would that do it?
I think 18 games would...
Just play each other once.
Yeah. They might be able to do something a bit different with finals, perhaps, to maybe extend that a bit.
Play each other once and then maybe have a bigger finals campaign.
Makes total sense, but good luck with the broadcasters.
Good luck. They want as much as they possibly get their hands on.
But if you have a look at the NBL here, their final was played last night. The 36ers last game felt like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So the season finished. It's lost because your team's not in it.
Yeah.
Unless I knew about Dellavedova doing what he did, I didn't even know the finals were on.
And we had a unique home style food text last week saying, is the A-League too long? They play 26 or 7 minor round games.
Yeah.
That's a lot before you get into the final series.
Like, loathe, love. It's time for our love. And we want to hear yours. We've got that $50 Powers voucher. It's not hard to guess what S. Rose loves would have been. Crows, mate. Rochelli's 2 games this year. I've loved that. He's had 2 really good games.
Yes, he
has. Rankin, goal of the year already. God, he's a talent. And then we rest him. Love that. Our front 6, 7 different goal kickers for multiple goals. Unbelievable. And I just love our intent. That intent again to attack has been absolutely superb. Matty Nick spoke about taking a step in the right direction.
We knew it was going to take some time, but today was just it was a step in the right direction. We're looking to be a consistent team. It was a little step, but putting 2 together now, plus our pre-season, we count that in amongst it. 4 quality performances for us should keep that confidence at a high level.
Hey, North Melbourne Sunday.
I don't think that's going to be your hardest game this year. I know that from last year's table, you're probably thinking, "Oh, that's a hard one to believe," but they were very good. I think they'll at least keep you honest.
It's home. It's Sunday. We're off a good win. Yep, they got a good midfield, but we should shut up, Stephen.
Can I just quickly throw in a like, love, loathe question for both of you? On your screens in front of you, you can see Port Adelaide today have announced that they're going to be throwing it back in round 4 with their retro kit against St Kilda, where you remember 20 years ago they used to have the full teal kit with the lightning strike across the front of it. Like, love, or loathe it? Is that a jumper you like, Timmy?
Timmy, hello.
Oh, hello. You're on radio. You got to speak.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Not a fan.
I thought I answered.
Oh, no.
I thought I answered.
Not a fan.
So less is more.
Okay.
That's a
No
loathe.
comment.
That's a loathe.
You hate it.
That's
I
one
like
of the. That's one of the ones they brought out in the early days that I just thought, no, put that to bed, please.
Okay.
I just think the teal always has to be the minimum colour. It has
Yeah, I
to be.
agree.
It has
The
to be
accent?
an absolute. Yeah, exactly right.
But
That's,
you're moving into teal. You like teal.
No, I do not.
No, the team does. Your club
No,
does.
no.
Your marketing does.
No. It's
Have
a
your
no,
say.
no.
No.
822
Here's a
300
loathe to me on the live stream. You're Crow obsessed, bro. Well, no, I'm not.
Well, enjoying the fruits of your labour so far,
Yeah.
so that's
We're
not
2-0, numbnuts.
And here's one. Why Marty Matner again? We haven't had Marty on this year.
No.
Not at all.
So we're doing, to whoever that is, we are doing every
Sample.
sample coach and trying to give them their airtime before the season starts.
Sample launch tomorrow.
Correct.
You'll be there.
Tomorrow morning
Round
I'll be
one
there,
starts this
representing
week.
5AA on the panel, and then I'll
Yeah.
slip into my chairman of selectors hat.
Real
as well.
footy starts.
And Matt Panos
Real
begins
footy.
his 5AA
Yeah, he
sample
does.
show tonight as well from
Exactly.
6:30. So it's ramping up with round one ahead of us.
Yes.
We'll do all more of that after the 6 o'clock news.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Honda's huge stock clearance is on now. This is your chance to unlock great offers across the entire range at Formula Honda, Glen Osmond and Modbury. From free scheduled services to price reductions on selected build years. There's a Formula Honda offer for everyone. Don't wait. Hurry into Formula Honda at Glen Osmond Road, Glen Osmond or North East Road, Modbury to find your perfect Honda. Offer excludes additional maintenance work or items. See honda.com.au for terms and conditions.
The passing of someone close places unique stress on family and friends. At this time, Farrell and O'Neill Funerals are here to provide reassurance and peace of mind. Farrell and O'Neill offer creative guidance and advice to tailor a service that best honours your loved one. Whether a large gathering or a small, intimate service, Farrell and O'Neill share their generations of experience in tailoring a unique and meaningful farewell. Proudly SA family owned and operated, because it's personal.
5AA's Tech Talk with your host, Adelaide Tech Guy Richard Pascoe. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers.
Harvey Norman is bringing the heat with massive savings on HP and Asus laptops. For a limited time, you can save up to 20%. Yes, 20%. Need a lightweight, reliable laptop for work or study? The HP 14S with 8GB of RAM is now just $598, saving you $130. For power users, the Asus VivoBook 15 with a huge 1TB of storage is now $888. That's over $300 off. Or step up to serious performance with the HP Intel Core Ultra 5 laptop boasting 16GB of RAM, a steal at $1,098, saving you $600. Harvey Norman delivers the best brands, the best range, and the best prices guaranteed. Don't miss out on these tech bargains. Shop now. Terms and conditions apply.
Check out this great offer at a Harvey Norman store near you.
Just call Ken Hall. We'll be there anytime at all. Just call Ken Hall.
You may have spotted our new Ken Hall vans driving around. That's our fresh new look. Friendly, bright, happy and easy. And the new look goes straight to our core values: integrity, fair pricing and quick turnaround. I'm Brad Hall, and at Ken Hall we've been working for you since 1983. For anything plumbing, air and electrical, just call Ken.
Just call Ken Hall.
Online, on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. Talking Adelaide. This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Down to 15 tonight, sunny tomorrow 31. With the 6 o'clock news, I'm Mel Usher.
To make room for renovations, Agostino Mitsubishi are having a stock clearance sale on now, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes.
A driver has been clocked 67 kilometres an hour above the speed limit. He was busted doing 177 in a 110 zone on the Augusta Highway at Port Wakefield this morning. The 47-year-old from Western Australia was arrested and charged with driving at an excessive speed. Meantime, a P-plater was caught speeding at Narracourt last night. The 17-year-old clocked travelling at 198 k's an hour in a 110 zone on the Riddock Highway. South Australia is set to have the harshest illicit tobacco and vape penalties in the country. New laws will carry fines of up to $6.5 million. Police Commissioner Grant Stevens has welcomed the move.
This is an important step forward for us to be able to create a hostile environment that makes it more difficult for people to open up and run shops to sell these products, and potentially discourage organised crime from seeing South Australia as a soft target for exploitation of this particular type of product, resulting in the sorts of serious crimes we've seen.
4 travellers missing for 2 days in Outback SA are tonight in Coober Pedy. The group set off from Oodnadatta on Friday, heading to the Northern Territory, but their car broke down. They were rescued earlier today. The Prime Minister says all households deserve a discount on their electricity bills, but some say the measure should be means tested. Michael Packey has more.
Tuesday's budget will see the energy bill rebate extended by a further $150, meaning the discount will be available to all households and small businesses until the end of this year. Independent Senator Jackie Lambie argues not everyone deserves the rebate, especially those on high incomes.
What do I need $150 for? What a waste of money.
But Anthony Albanese says giving it to everyone is the easiest way to pass on the discount.
It's the most efficient way for payments to go out.
Apart from the energy rebate, the budget already contains another $16 billion in spending measures.
A campaign will be rolled out nationwide to educate young people and school leavers about alcohol safety when travelling overseas. The initiative follows the death of 2 Melbourne teenagers last year after drinking methanol-tainted alcohol at a hostel in Laos. Now turning to 5AA's sport.
Keys of physiotherapy, rehabilitation and strength training. Build strength with precision at Keys Norwood.
The injury list is growing for Port. Jack Lukosius could be on the sidelines for up to 2 months after having surgery on a fractured kneecap. Lockie Jones and Ryan Burton have also been ruled out for round 3 due to injury. Meantime, there's a double blow for Essendon ahead of Thursday night against Port. More from Eddie Summerfield.
Brad Scott sounded like a disappointed parent as he looks forward after a 61-point loss to Adelaide.
I've been very firm with the players off the field.
Elijah Sardis, who broke a finger in the warm-up, won't play Port Adelaide on Thursday, and Archie Perkins misses with a quad concern. Scott backing Dylan Shiel and Ben Mackay to both bounce back to form against the Power.
I've got a lot of faith and confidence in Ben. Dylan's playing a new role. Some of the stuff criticised for is more a result of the team stuff.
Across town at Princes Park, Carlton midfielder George Hewitt is putting the acid on Blues forwards ahead of Friday night's clash with the Western Bulldogs.
We only scored 60, but that's something for our offence to work on.
A special match for Crow Rory Laird this weekend. He'll play his 250th AFL game against the Kangaroos on Sunday. He's trying to reflect and soak up the accomplishment.
No, AFL, you don't get a lot of time to sort of think about your journey until it's probably at the end, and that's why Tex sort of said enjoy it this week and actually soak it up a little bit.
And Geelong's Connor O'Sullivan is the AFL Rising Star nominee for round 2. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Sharman Shelving have moved their showroom next door into the big white building, still at 412 North East Road.
In the city, a crash. Goodger Street near Byron Place, Virginia. Another crash. King Road near Penfield Road. Breakdown at Gillis Plains, North East Road near St Albans Road. And Wingfield, a car all over getting cleaned up. Wingfield Road near Francis Road. Camera 2, Jetty Road, Larks Bay. If you're sick of paying for expensive subscriptions, don't worry. You can stream hit comedy, drama and kids entertainment free and ad-free on ABC iView. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Down to 15 tonight, sunny for your Tuesday 31, Wednesday mostly sunny 32 and the same again on Thursday. Right now it's 25 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Thank you. I'm Kate Collins. Tonight's headlines. 3 adults and a child stranded in a car in SA's flooded outback have been rescued. New police powers and the biggest fines in the nation are part of an SA crackdown on illegal tobacco and vapes. Plus an education funding deal ahead of tomorrow's federal budget. And don't worry, you haven't missed the news. Start over on 9 Now as soon as you're home.
The news and issues that matter to South Australia. Always Adelaide. This is 5AA. The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
It's 6 minutes after 6 on this Monday footy review. Enjoying your calls and interaction during the show today. Keep them coming in. We've got lots more time. Still to 6:30. 8223 0000 is the number. We've been discussing your loves and loathes from the weekend, so still got time for you to get involved with that. A $50 Powers voucher to win this evening for our best caller. But Timmy, it's a big week for our local league.
Well, the 25 season of Sandford football begins this Friday.
Yes.
And we've been doing the review. We've got the Stir coach on the line now, Marty Matno. G'day, Marty.
How you going, boys?
Hey, mate, the launch is tomorrow, officially. We're doing that down at Adelaide Oval. But how's your pre-season been, and what have you tweaked this year?
Pre-season's been very good. We've been very happy with how it's going. A couple of trial games hit out against Glenelg North, which is always nice to... Glenelg was a good hit out. It was a good game. And North, I thought we played really well. We was able to sort of finalise our last year before the season starting. But, we've been very happy. The recruiting, we were done pretty early with a few guys returning to the club, which is always nice.
Yeah, good gets.
Yeah, got some good depth now. And then, I think it's been a really good pre-season to reset and probably disappointing end to last year. But the playing group, and we sort of sat down and went through some things we need to improve on. And one of those things was our offence, and we've been working really hard in that in the pre-season.
Yeah, I was going to say, if anything went wrong, you had 13 wins in a row going in. It was quite phenomenal. They weren't big losses, of course, in that final series, but probably things you were looking at now post-season going, I reckon we can do this a bit better.
Yeah, when you go out in straight sets, probably pretty harsh on how you review it, even though we did have some real positives of the year in 13 wins and 15 wins for the season. Yeah. So I think the thing to come out of our review is we did a lot of things really well. Yeah. We probably just didn't execute, I guess, the way we wanted to play in the style of game, especially on the bigger decks, but also in the pressure of the finals as well. And that's a learning experience. We sort of, as I said, the group were pretty understanding about where we sit and what we did last year, but we also we realise that we're not quite good enough. We need to get better. So, there's been plenty of little areas that we've tweaked and got better at. I think we definitely got fitter and stronger, and our younger group, especially our younger players, have definitely got fitter and stronger. And some of our older guys, it's great to see guys like Will Snelling run a PB 2K after just winning a McGarry medal as well. So There's some hunger there, and there's some really good signs. But again, until you actually start playing the season, it is hard to tell where you actually sit. Marty, you got a lad back, Mitchie Crowden. Tell us about him. Yeah, he's been a ripper. He's been added to our leadership group in such a short space. His impact's been huge. No, both from a leadership point of view, but just even on field, his strengths and his kicking ability has been really highlighted in pre-season. We're really loving what he's been able to bring to the group, really excited about it. And he's still quite young as well. I sort of forget he's only sort of mid-20s, I think, 24, 25. So sort of expecting him to be around for a few years and be a really vital part for us for a long time. Got some talent in that midfield as well. Marty Frederick back too, and Tom Emmett from Fremantle. Yeah, all the boys from the West are back, which is which you don't normally get very often. Is the three guys all coming back from West Australia, but all been to the club before and all sort of fitted in seamlessly in terms of program and playing group. They've been great. All brought back really good experiences from their time away. Both, as I said, leadership point of view and on field as well. They all sort of, I guess, bring something different to the group as well. Tom Emmett's a bit of a unique character in terms of his, footy ability. In terms of he's quite good in the air, quite good on the ground. He's pretty combative and he's very fit. And he also wants to push up in the midfield as well. And then you got Mitch Crowden and Marty Frederick add some outside speed and some class, I guess, as well. So we've been pretty excited about the three of them. And like I said, they've fit in seamlessly in terms of coming back to the club, which is great. Well, better ins than outs, and I know the outs are always hard, but it is the sample. Who are you rucking this year? Yeah, so again, probably going to go with Amos Doyle and Dan Fay Sparks. I thought they were really good last year when the two of them were actually playing together. I think Amos hurt himself for a little period there with his finger. He missed a few weeks, and then Dan missed a few weeks later in the year. But I think those two, in terms of just both have a point of difference in terms of the ruck. Dan's pretty good forward as well, and Amos has been working on his forward craft in terms of in pre-season as well. So I definitely think the two of them are the two that'll take us far. Hugo Kittle's had a really good pre-season, and he's had a couple trial games under his belt now as well, in terms of playing league footy, and got a taste last year in his debut, but he's been a really, really improved player this pre-season, and really excited about what he can bring as well.
You have been developing talent, and they keep jumping up. I saw Zach Becker really establish himself at league level last year. Who might jump up this year that we don't know?
Yeah, it's probably a couple guys. Angus Anderson played a fair bit of footy last year, but he's taken his game to another level. He's got really fit and had a really good pre-season. It's looking really good. Nick Saddle's another one who's had a really good pre-season. Also got a couple younger players. Alex Holt had a really good pre-season as well. And Kobe McEntee, younger brother of Jed McEntee at Port, he's had a really good pre-season. Was pretty close a couple of times last year. He was emergency a few weeks, but he's sort of a high half forward, pressure forward. He's had a really good pre-season as well. So there's definitely some younger guys coming through that are, hopefully they get their opportunity this year. And a couple of guys who had, small taste of it last year, Hugo Kittle, that probably need to try and push for, a regular spot in the team as well.
You've got the zone up there in Murray Bridge. I see from the Ramblers. Now, I'll get this right. Malachi Cartineri?
Yeah.
Yeah, how's
son
he?
Of,
Picked him
son
out
of Muffy Cartineri.
Yeah, I was going to say, any relation? Yeah.
Yeah, so son of.
Great. Part of son.
And so, he won the medal in the River Murray, the male medal in the River Murray last year. He's a 21-year-old, very much like his dad, very quick, very elusive, very skillful player, tiny, very small, but very hard at it. And, we're really excited about what he can bring as well. He's another point of difference, I guess, for a different type of player. But, it's exciting to keep that family, name at the footy club. And, I was actually lucky enough to play with Muffy when he was playing. He's a very good player, Still plays apparently now.
Oh, unreal.
He does at 40-something, mid-40s or something he is. So he still runs around every now and then apparently.
Yeah, he's like Brady Jones.
Okay.
He's still playing.
Now, Marty Moose, you've only had 2 trials, so it's very dangerous to draw any conclusions from any team, but I'm going to make a couple of conclusions from yours. Is that okay?
Go.
Come on, Marty. 8 goal 10 versus Glenelg, but 8 goals 20 versus Sturt. Who is your goal kicking person? Now, you talked about offence.
It was windy up at the
that's a little sample size there, Marty Moose.
Yeah, well, it was probably the first half against North Adelaide that wasn't great. 2 goals 12 is not going to win any game. But we did. The positive out of that was, I guess, we were able to see a little bit of the offence we have trying to work on. Now, goal kicking was not great, but the further up the ground, I thought we were able to execute how we wanted to. Second half, we kicked 6 goals 8, so that was a little bit better. But it's going to be a work in progress. I guess the positive we took out of the game was we had 28 shots on goal. We were able to generate 14 in both halves. Second half, we were able to execute a bit better. So it is a work in progress, and some weeks we're going to be good at it, some we won't be, but hopefully over the end of the season, we've definitely improved in that facet of the game.
Fair conclusion then from me?
No, fair conclusion. I'll give the goal-kicking coach some feedback.
I love it. Hey, Marty, all the best with the season. We'll see you tomorrow at the Sandford launch, and any side coached by Marty Mattner is going to be a good side.
They can play.
Mate, all the best. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
That's Marty Mattner, coach of the Sturt Football Club, and they'll always be around them.
They are. I love watching them play.
A very good club and a big season ahead. They'll take on the Panthers on Saturday. It's 15 after 6.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
5AA is Adelaide's leader in sport. Thanks to Rossdale Homes. Display villages across Adelaide. Drop in for inspiration and expert advice. Because trust is a must.
Hi, Sarah Wren here, Market Lead at 5AA. 2025 will mark my first year participating in the annual Vinnie's CEO Sleep Out. On June 19, SA business and community leaders will gather at Adelaide Zoo for one night to raise funds and awareness for people who sleep rough every night. If you're a business or community leader, help break the cycle of homelessness by signing up at ceosleepout.org.au.
Unique, loyal, fun-loving. That's what we look for in our pals.
When you're next spending time with your best friends, don't forget some of the best pals you can have. Parafield Airport Liquor Store has your everyday favourites right through to those hard-to-find products. That's what great pals do. Sam and Jamie from Parafield Airport Liquor Store know every drop on the shelf, so you can always rely on their advice. Parafield Airport Liquor Store. Pals, next to Roulette's Tavern, Kings Road, Parafield.
Okie dokie. Now, if you're a food service business, owner or chef, you can't miss the SA Food Service Expo. It's Tuesday, the 1st of April, 9:30 till 5. It's at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre, and it's proudly presented by Galipo Foods.
Yeah, this is South Australia's largest food service expo. Now, you can meet directly with 120 manufacturers, sample over 1,800 of the latest food products, and access exclusive expo-only special pricing and deals to save you money.
Plus that, you meet the latest equipment and service providers on hand to benefit your business.
Yeah, this is a trade-only event open to any food service business in SA. Registration is essential, so please visit galipofoods.com.au/expo.
You should go.
Yeah, I've been.
Just do it.
Plenty of them.
Now, that's the SA Food Service Expo. It's presented by Galipo Foods, proudly South Australian. Tuesday, 1st of April. It's at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre with free entry and parking. And thanks to Galipo Foods, Seb and the great team, proudly voted #1 food service distributor in SA.
The Elevate event is on now at Lexus of Adelaide. Receive a complimentary upgrade to our Encore Elevate Luxury Benefits program when you purchase any 2024 plate, new or demonstrator Lexus. With exclusive benefits like airport lounge access and curated events, Encore Elevate delivers an even more luxurious ownership experience. The Lexus of Adelaide Elevate event ends March 31. LVD 2009.
With so many holiday homes on Booking.com, there are so many Tina Feys I could be. Surfing Tina at a beach villa. Is that a shark? Or channel surfing Tina in an apartment. Ooh, a shark show. Book whoever you want to be. Booking.com, yeah.
Are you in the draw? Just 4 days to go for the chance to live mortgage-free in Somerton Park. Only 4 days to buy your tickets in the Hospital Research Foundation Home Lottery. Live the dream, mortgage-free in a fully furnished Scott Salisbury home with $500,000 cash. The absolute final deadline is midnight Friday. Life-changing prizes, life-changing impact. HomeLottery.com.au. Licence M14673.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
It's 19 minutes after 6. Very soon, Matt Panos, the King, returns to the airwaves on 5AA from 6:30 every Monday night for the Samful Show, and that will begin in about 10 minutes' time. We've still got time for your calls, 8223 0000. We've got an Empire Pool and bar voucher to give away, where good games, great drinks and even better times come together 7 days a week, so you could win that. 8223 0000 is the number.
Now, there was a game on the weekend, Timmy, where a team had twice the free kicks as another team. Now, a question without notice.
Yep.
Of all the clubs, and two had a bye, of all the clubs, who do you think that club would have been that had twice the free kicks? Just have a stab. Just have a throw at the dartboard.
Collingwood.
Yeah, how's that? Now, I reckon most people would have got that right. If you're in your car, you're sitting home, you're going, Rowey, Collingwood, how's this number? 33-14. And then you say to yourself, did it affect the game? Now, the result was a 6-point win to Collingwood and a 6-point loss, obviously, to the Dogs. I tried to look up how many goals did Collingwood kick from free kicks, you know, and were there any dodgy ones?
Yep.
I don't have that number.
No.
But, you know, Collingwood supporters, defend yourself. Dog supporters, attack. The question I want to ask is, would it be worth Luke Beveridge having a please explain to the umpires panel on that? Would you say, hey, listen, Turbo?
I reckon every time a club and or coach has had to please explain to the umpires, the answers from AFL House are just, no, that's a free kick. Yes, we promote that. Yeah. Umpiring's never been better. That's the sort of response you get. It just drives you batty trying to get through to them. But look, for me, it's, and Treader spoke about it because we had the game preview 5 minutes, I think, before you. He said, look, a good point. He said, look, I've never attested that the free kick count has to be even. But what you don't want is them having an impact on scoring. And when they're perhaps not there, you go, well, that's a bit ticky touch wood, that one, and then it results in a goal. That's the ones that really hurt.
I'm going to do to you what I did to our Premier when I was asking him about the Crows being the paddy for the AFL. Remember I said to our Premier, I said, so who did
you went all
push for
Mike Smithson on it.
That's exactly right. So I pretty much said to the Premier, if you don't answer this, I take that as a yes, because you can't get in trouble with that. So, Timmy, don't answer this and I'll take it as a yes.
All right, I won't.
Do you think the AFL would love Collingwood to be top 4 every year?
Am I supposed to answer?
No, if you don't answer, it's a yes. Of course
I won't answer.
Yeah, he's nodding his head. Now, again, I mean, I get in trouble for all that sort of stuff, but 33-14, give me a spell.
Yeah.
Hello, June at Golden Grove.
Hello, June.
Hello. Great win by the Crows and Port, but big Crows fan. I go to the game every home game, but I fell over and ripped my muscle off my... Yeah. I'm not allowed to play football anymore, and I'm 81 now.
Junie, are you okay? You okay?
I had to have. I ripped the tendons and the muscle off the bone in my hammy and my bottom.
God. June, can I give you a football analogy, as you love football analogies and you love football? June, keep your feet, mate.
And I haven't had a drink. What I wanted to talk about, so I go to Adelaide Oval to watch the Crows.
Yep.
Most games, it's a bit awkward, but I go there with my walker and my walking stick.
Good one.
Now, I'm up on level 3 in front of the Adelaide Football Club dining room.
Uh-huh.
Now, every time I go, I have to leave my walker downstairs and I have to use my walking stick.
Oh.
But when I get upstairs to go to my seat, the railings don't start until the third step.
Okay.
So I've always have to get somebody else to help me down to that third step, or I'm going to go, what.
A over Turkey.
And I think the AFL needs to do something, because I didn't realise this happened until something's happened to yourself.
No, good point, June. And do you always get somebody that assists a hand?
There is an old gentleman that sits right next to the step, and he sees me coming, and he helps me to that third step.
Good.
And when I come back up again, he does the same thing.
Yeah, June, I reckon give the Adelaide Oval a call. It'd be an Adelaide Oval responsibility as far as
I tried that, Timmy.
And what happened, June?
Oh, well, we'll look into it, but that was nearly
you got the mirror answer. You got the old mirror answer. I'll look into it.
I don't know. If I fall and hurt myself, then... Yeah.
That's not
well,
good.
You take care, June. But
Yeah,
you
be
know the
careful.
great thing, when the Crows win, you don't need a walker and a walking stick. You just walk home on your own.
She just floats now.
You just float, Junie.
I do too, and I'm only 4'11", so...
nice
well done,
height.
June. Thank you. It is a good point. There's a lot of people that,
I think
for a period, they've got a broken foot, they've done an Achilles. As June said, she's ripped the hammy off the bone.
There might be another lift, hopefully, around the place.
We didn't ask her how she... That's a real football injury, that
that is.
ripping it off the bone. June must have outstrided in the garden going for the pruning of the roses.
Yeah, we didn't ask how it happened, did we? Let's go to James at Hawthorne Dean. G'day, James.
G'day, Timmy boys. I got a like, love and loathe.
Good.
Like and love is actually when both SA teams win, we as the people are up and about and happy and more productive, and it's great for the state.
That's true.
Loathe, AFL on 2 counts. One, they'll never do the last touch out of bounds because they didn't think of it. Plus also, while they created an incentive scheme for their executives to get paid bonuses on memberships and crowd attendances, and they have the fixture, it's a loaded gun. But Marty Matner, on a happier note, has missed the best recruit for Sturt. And I saw him last year upstairs at Unley Oval in the function room when they did the 74-76 reunion. Young bloke, apart from the silver hair, you put him in a forward pocket, you give him a little squirt in the middle, was 1P Bagshaw.
Knew that was coming, James.
So fit, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, we had a chat to him last year, didn't we, on Where Are They Now? And he was fantastic. He was amazing.
Except for mentioning 1978. Yes, that opened up the wound, but I'll still live.
You know what, James? We've all got one of those moments, haven't we?
Oh, we all have. But it's called sport and the enjoyment
Correct.
of highs and lows.
Spot on, mate. Great call.
Thank you.
Got a prize for James or
Well, I
what?
reckon we'll give you the Empire Bar and pool voucher,
there
James.
you
There you
go. Use
go.
it
All
wisely,
yours.
mate. Have a good time.
Thank you.
Good on you, Jimmy.
Excellent
Well,
work.
mate.
Well done to all our callers tonight. All lots of very
good fun.
Good interaction this evening. And Powell's voucher, might as well give the $50 to Des at Murray Bridge, who called in earlier tonight as well.
He's got the balls up there.
He did.
He'll
He was
need
on
a
the
drink.
tractor. Well done,
Need
Des.
a drink.
Get yourself to Powell's. It's 27 after 6. We are done for this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We're back
Good
tomorrow
luck on
from
the first
4 o'clock.
Sample show.
Well, Matt Panos is in next, and we're going to launch our way into the sample season for 2025 with a bang. That's all coming up after the break.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Have you seen the latest advertisement that the Prime Minister's done?